hard you try. Keep that in mind, I wrote this rhyme to tell my tale in time. All I know, time's a precious thing. Watch it slip by as the pendulum swings. See it count down till the day is done. The clock's still life away. It's so unreal, didn't see below. Watch the hours fade right out the window. Trying to hold on, but I didn't know. I spent it all just to watch you go. I kept it all inside, and though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will soon be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, one thing I don't know why, don't matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I sang this rhyme to remind my soul how I tried so hard. Despite the way you were mocking me, acting like I was bound to your chain, recalling all the times you fought with me. I'm shocked it went so far. Things ain't the way they were before. You wouldn't know me now no more. Not that you care back then, but it all comes back to me. In the end, I kept it all inside, and though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will soon be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I could go. For all this, there's one thing you should know. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I could go. For all this, there's one thing you should know. I tried so hard, got so hard, and in the I had to fall to lose it all. But in the oh, yeah. It doesn't even matter. Feel good. Paradise. Paradise. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. 'Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long. Even mama thinks my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. Better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lining chalk.
I really hate the trip,
But I got a low. As they broke, I see myself in a pistol smoke. Fool,
I'm the kind of G
little homies wanna be like
on my knees in the night.
saying prayers in the street alive. They've been spending most their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Paradise, paradise, paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Paradise, paradise, paradise. No, they've been spending most their got me facing, I can't live a normal life. Raised by the street, yeah, gotta be down with the hood team. Oh Lord, too much television watching got me chasing dreams, chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind, got my tin in my hand, a gleam in my eye. I'm a low down gangster, tripping bang. All my homies is down, gon' ride on my enemies. Death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say?
What can you say?
What can you say?
What can you say?
I'm 23 now. Will I live to 24 the way it's going? Oh Lord, I don't know.
Will I live to 21?
Tell me why.
Are we so blind to see?
Blind to see,
Blind to see.
blind to see,
Blind to see.
blind to see. The ones we heard are you and me. Tell me why. Tell me why.
So blind to see.
Blind to see,
Blind to see.
blind to see,
Blind to see.
blind to see.
Blind to see.
That the ones we heard we can't all act and tell me why we so blind to see. Can't you see? Can't you see?
So blind to see.
Can't you see? Can't you see? You and me. They've been spending most of their life all living in a gangster's paradise. 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 They've been spending most of their life all living in a gangster's paradise. Paradise. Oh, yeah. They've been spending most of their life all living in a gangster's paradise. 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 They've been spending most of their life living in a gangster's paradise. Paradise. And the money, money, power, money, and the power, money, and the power, money. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody running money, but they looking what's going on in the kitchen, and I don't know what's cooking. Oh, they say I gotta learn, but nobody's here to teach me, babe. Teach me, Lord. If they can't understand it, they're surely. Oh, they gon' lose and teach them. Yes, they won't. Yes, they won't. Yes, they won't.
Unforgettable. 50 Cent, Justin, Timberland. God.
Don't cry, she'll be back tomorrow. Take back all the time you borrowed. I'm no longer afraid to tell you that I need you, and I wish that you would come back for more. Locked down in a fold-out bed, singing the same song over and over again. You need me, half as bad, and I settle for less than that. In my bed, there's a choked down line of you, but I'm sticking for someone who cares for me. I need a cigarette, I haven't smoked in weeks. I need a smaller bed,
Comedy, yeah! Comedy, yeah! What's up, everybody? Yeah, so I don't know what is going on with YouTube. Okay, hang on. I finally just saw Kangalope wrote that YouTube chat is messed up. But that's the first time I've seen anybody write anything in there. Okay, I see Blue Jay saying hi to Kangalope. I don't know what was up. This was happening during my premiere, too. During my premiere, for some reason, like, the chat was acting really strange. Okay, there it is. Maya. All right, good. I think we got I heard he's just excessive bottoming broke YouTube chat. Yeah, it's got to be it. Couldn't be anything else. But during my premiere, too, I was trying to talk to people, and every time I would go back into it, it would disappear. Like, I know that Sunset Shadow had an 18 months anniversary that she posted in there, and I wanted to thank her. But every time I'd go back, it was just gone. So I don't know what was going on there. I have no idea. But anyway, it looks like maybe it's working now, so hopefully it does. But because we got a pretty cool show to do tonight. I wanted to do this the other night, but I ended up being stuck in another snowstorm. I know, rare, right? But anyway, all right. I'm gonna sing a song real quick, and then we'll bring Phallic in, and we'll do all the things. We'll do all the things. But if for some reason YouTube chat still acts weird, if you guys have a Twitch, go over there so that I can actually see what you guys are saying to me. But anyway, this is a song. This is a song. I think I gotta mute this one here because I have a singing voice that I like to do here. It's a little Bruno Mars tune. Different key though, so I don't know how it's gonna sound. Let's go. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like ooh. Too young, too dumb to realize that I should have brought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take it to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Too much talking today. My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways. Because the good, strong woman like you don't walk out my life. Now I'll never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, and that haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like ooh, ooh. Too young, too dumb to realize that I should have brought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take it to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Although it hurts, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, I know it's probably much too late to try and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know flowers. I hope he holds your hand, gives you all his hours when he has a chance, takes you to every party, 'cause I remember how much you loved to dance, do all the things I could have done when I was your man, and do all the things I could have done when I was your man. A little Bruno Mars to get things started off here. Okay, we back now. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Put that one back on. Put that one back on because, you know, this one is designed to get rid of like all that staticky background noise. But you can't sing with it because if you try to hit the high notes, it'll just absolutely cut you out. Daniel's crew, when you have a good woman, never go a day without saying I love you, and never go to sleep, man. Amen, girl. Thank you for the $5. You the best. Always so sweet. I hope that the YouTube chat is doing better. It looks like some people are able to talk. Some people aren't. I can see Daniel's crew super chats. But for some reason, it's being really strange. And give her free access to your bank account? I don't know about that one. Yeah, just give her free access to your bank account. She'll love you forever after that. For surezies. For surezies. Nope, I can't talk on there. Yeah, it's so weird because I could see some people. Like, I could see Blue Jay. I wonder if maybe only the mods can talk over there. What is up with this today? What is going on? Is, like, what kind of role? I was like, man, either everybody stopped liking me or the YouTube chat's broken. I'm pretty sure it's the YouTube chat that's messed up because I'm on several different devices trying to look at the YouTube chat and it is just not happening. So guys, yeah, if you guys want to chat, please go over to Twitch so that I can see what you're saying. If not, just I don't know, I guess just hang out and then curse me silently on your YouTube channel because I can't see anything that you guys are writing. The only things I can see are the things that are here. So if it's not showing up here, I can't see it. All right. I don't know why. It's kind of really annoying and I'm not happy about it. Right, Phallic? Are you happy about it? Oh, wait. Do I have it? Do I have the right output? Oh, yeah, it should be there. She's muted. She's muted. So you'll have to unmute and then we can bring her in. Ready. Haven't had Phallic on in like a week. It's been a minute. It's been a straight minute, but hopefully everything's good. I can see the super chats. Oh, there she is.
I just need a couple more minutes.
You take a couple more. She's taking a poop, guys. All right, you got to let her poop in peace, right?
Poop in peace. Yeah, we've got a carpet guy here, and so I'm trying to get my room set up for little man to be locked in here with me.
Oh, okay, okay, that's good. We're not talking about anything too adult today. We're just talking about you have to super chat to comment. I think that's YouTube. YouTube is just trying to shake y'all down for money now, ain't you? Okay, I could see Timey wrote 1, 2, 3. I could see that. But then the message was retracted. Oh, I wonder if she retracted it herself. All right. Our pets' heads are falling off. This is all going very well, guys. This is all going perfectly to plan. Tonight we're going to be talking about Chud Logic versus Nicholas Deorio, okay? I'm a variety streamer, but damn if I don't love some drama. There's Sarah. Sarah said, I heard EG was bottoming so hard he broke the YouTube chat. That's... Carla already said that, Sarah, okay? You got to come with some original insults, like E.G. bottomed so hard that the YouTube couldn't take it or something like that. Got bottomed by the chat or something. I don't know. But it's good to see you, Sarah. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing really well. Going really well. I can see Blue Jay saying 1, 2, 3. All right, so... I don't know. We'll see what happens with the YouTube chat. This is a pending issue that is taking place live on stream. Because, you know, that's what I like to do. I like to just wing it. Wing it. That's what we do over here. Variety streaming and winging it. It only lets me say numbers. Is that why I'm seeing numbers but not like words? I'm doing better now that I finally have my power back. Good. Yeah, that storm sucked, dude. I was at work from Sunday morning till Monday night. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking off for the next 2 days. Sarah can write words. I could see Sarah writing words. This is so weird. So Sarah can write words, but everybody else can only write numbers. It's so weird. I didn't lose any. I don't think I lost power. I was at work though, outside the whole time. So if my house lost power, I'm not sure. But I haven't heard anything about losing power. Like none of the clocks are messed up or nothing. So hopefully that means that we did not lose any power. But I've been saying testing and here, hey everybody, as I usually do. Yeah, it's so weird. I wonder why Sarah is the only person allowed to write words. It's so weird. Okay, there's Tina Cat. I see Tina Cat. Hello, everyone. Wait, is it? Do I have like? I wonder if I have like. I wonder if I have something on that's like. Because these people are all members. But I could see like the mod. I shouldn't have anything that's like members only on. Moderation activity, pop out, send feedback. Let me check this video real quick and make sure it's not like only on members can comment or something. Although I'm pretty sure that has never been something I clicked. So I don't know why that would randomly like all of a sudden be something that happens here. Customization, live chat replay, live chat summary. Who can send messages? Anyone. Yeah, so I don't understand. That's very weird. Very, very strange indeed why that's doing that. Although I did just change it back to only subscribers can chat, so because why not? Right? If you wanna be in here, you better give me a sub. I'm gonna shake you down for some subs tonight. I heard EG is silencing all of us. I am. I'm trying to get my Twitch Look, Crazy Cat Lady can type. 3-4, better lock your door. Yeah, for real. For real, especially if you guys saw my video about the Brandon Buckingham dude. That dude's freaking crazy. That purple parry guy. What the deal? What's the deal there? Just absolutely raging at someone. You have no clue who they are. Still doesn't work. I couldn't talk on Trilogy Media. Oh, so it's not just me. It seems like it must be a whole YouTube thing that's a problem right now. But as I said, guys, if you want to chat, although I did see Blue Jay write testing 1, 2, 3, but I could see that in the restream. I haven't seen it yet on the chat yet. Okay, now I see it. We'll see what happens. What's up, Falk? You back?
Yeah, I'm back for right now. It has been a hectic minute since we last spoke.
It has been. A lot has happened since the last time we talked. Concerning certain figures of the commentary community, which are real big on my thumbnail today. I'm going to try to start doing thumbnails for streams again because I do feel like that would help bring more people in. I do feel like half the reason that I don't grow at all is because I always use the same thumbnail again and again and again.
Right, and then people don't know. And I really wanted to jump on that last week. I had a couple of family issues pop up. So, but I think like if you have a thumbnail that shows what that podcast is going to was about or what we covered, then that'll attract more people.
Well, I remember talking to you and being like, "Hey, you want to do thumbnails for the stream?" But I know you're very busy. But I'll be happy to teach you how to use Canva. I think Canva is pretty much what everybody uses now to make thumbnails for YouTube, unless they use like just a straight up AI thing or AI tool.
Yeah, my sister is like she's going to be graduating this year with her teaching degree, and in May. And
congratulations to her. I could see that the chat seems to be working now for people. So
Okay, perfect.
I haven't
And
seen
so
anybody who's
she's
not a
like,
member though, or a moderator. So hopefully, like somebody who's not one of them can still talk. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
We're,
She's like a Canva genius, so maybe I can also pick her brain. But I need time to do that. Today was Little Man had his first dance recital.
oh, how'd that go?
It went really well.
He's out
He
there
was so
cutting a
cute.
rug.
It was a penguin dance. He was a little penguin.
Oh, yes, I could see you now. E shift. Good. It looks like the chat's finally like starting to work again. It would. We can only hope that it will stay working. But we did this. I could see you in the restream, but I can't see you on the YouTube chat. It's very odd. Very odd. Okay, we'll have to abandon the YouTube chat. Just keep trying, everybody, and do your best. And if you can't talk there, go over to Twitch. I'm live on Twitch too, and in chat there till YouTube figures out what the frig is going on. But I took a little. Oh, Sarah Nonan, member for 18 months. You bottomed. You bottomed too much. Yeah, the alerts don't seem to be working either, which probably is actually a good thing, considering she just dropped a shit ton of emojis there. I could see Rajira. Okay. Yeah, we haven't even been able to do roll call because I don't even know who the hell's here, because half of you can't even chat. This is so weird. It's very, very awkward. But thank you, Sarah, for 18 months. That's amazing. Big claps for Sarah. 18 months. Same thing with Sunset Shadow. She was here. She had 18 months anniversary too over in the premiere earlier. I didn't get a chance to thank her. So yeah, absolutely, Tina. Do your study and do all that good stuff. Because once we get into this, I'm just gonna warn you. All right, me and Falk are probably gonna go on a straight out rant, and we'll try to include chats where we can. But this is gonna be. These are specifically one of these people we're pretty passionate about, and not in a great way. So I can see you now, Daniel's crew. At least on the restream, which is the one that I use to monitor stuff. So that's good. We got 100 messages, considering that nobody's fucking able to stream. That's pretty good. EG, do you really have to let you bottom for us just to let? Yes, that's exactly it. If you don't bottom for me, you don't get the chat. It's the rules. The rules. Anyway, let's get into some hot toppies, and there's the bluest of Jays. The bluest of Jays. I think, did I give you that name when we first started? I think I did. I think when I was introducing her one time, I was like, the bluest of Jays, and then now she has a name called the bluest of Jays. There's Mad Daddy Moonshine. All right, perfect. All right. Well, I think I just did roll call by pretty much announcing when you guys were able to show up in the chat, but let's do some hot topics. So let's talk about it. It's time for hot topics.
Wake up. Nothing is out of context. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist. I am.
Oh no. Did you hear that?
I did.
He's a terrorist. He just said it right there.
Yeah, well, if we had an effective DOJ, then maybe they could get on that.
Well, you know what? The whole world's falling the hell apart. The last thing we're at right now is DOJ, and this account seems to be working. Okay, yeah, it's so strange. I don't understand what is going on. I couldn't even type in my own chat earlier though, so all right. It seems like for the most part, everybody's being able to chat now, so that's good. Okay, chat crisis averted for the moment. If it stops working again, we'll bring it up and we'll talk about it. But hot topics. What do you got for us, Frog? You got anything good?
Oh, I have so much. I wasn't even able to include everything that I wanted to include. Obviously, and then it's been a while since you and I have talked, so
It has been.
so yeah, it's just the first hot topic, I already mentioned it. Little Man had his first dance recital, perfect little penguin. And then I do want to briefly touch because I know that you guys, Raji at least, is really into like AI and stuff. And so Anthropic CEO, so this is the AI company in charge of Claude.
Just give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I get I want to get this up on stream so that people can see what you're writing. I got too much stuff on this desk. I got way too. I need to clean this desk. I need to clean this room. I'm starting to turn into Asmongold.
Oh yeah, I've seen your desk, but it makes sense to you. So
It does. It does. It's just chaos over here. There's so much. I got a laptop. I got one monitor, two monitors, and I got the TV monitor behind me. I use that. I was using that just for background, but I'm like, I need the space, so now I use it to monitor OBS. Then I got the one over here that is Oh wait, you're probably hearing me twice. My bad. My B.
I figured you'd get it.
Yeah, I got it. Um, but I need to bring your chat up here. So use it for the topics. Okay, why is it? Okay, what am I looking at here? Neither of the. I swear I'm a professional streamer, guys. I swear. It's probably buried under some, maybe. No. Now this is what the problem is. So I've been yeah, what is going on here? I can see that it's the right one, but it's like stuck on a previous, like it's stuck on a totally different thing from like a while ago. That is definitely not what I'm looking at on this capture card. It should be something completely different.
Huh.
It's not even, I don't even know where this is coming from because this is not this isn't any of the things that I'm looking at. So I don't know where the hell it's pulling that image from. It must have froze. The capture card must have. Let me try and see if I can replay cap. Not a display. Thought it was.
Professional streamer, guys.
That's right. Don't try it at home. Okay, now I'm looking at it again, and it's not. I think the capture card's just straight up frozen. So I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Everything's gonna have to run off one computer tonight, I guess. Pretty lame, if you ask me. Invest in all this equipment, and sure enough, half of it doesn't work. Half it don't work. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we're starting to get some. Okay, there's what Phallic is showing you. Now let me put myself back up on this. Oh no, that's the opening. I love when it's like OBS is just like, no, this is what you meant to click. Why we just popped it up out of nowhere. Now I gotta get the chat back up there. This is because I have monster truck season going on again, so now everything is all chaotic for this. Where did the chat go? Okay, there it is. Guys, I know what I'm doing, all right? Don't question me. All right, go ahead, Phallic. It's back over to you now.
Okie dokie. So first things first, and I think you'll have something to say on this, EG.
Mm-hmm.
Carla says she has a hot topic: the huge blizzard. People have been out of power for days. I just got back. I got it back today after 2 days. Some people might not get it back until Friday or Saturday.
That's how long? Which area of the country are you in? Did that happen?
Okay.
Because we didn't lose power in the Philadelphia area, but we definitely got slapped by snow. And you know what
I
the
know.
biggest pain in the ass is that all the snow was finally gone, like it had melted from the previous storm, just to get absolutely dusted again by another friggin' snowstorm. Massachusetts, okay, so you're way up there. Yeah, you guys probably got rocked. 20 inches of snow, yeah. I'm so sick of snow. I really am.
I know Jammer also got hit with the power outage. I know they're out for 2 days.
It sucks, man. It really sucks, especially during like a blizzard like that, where you need the heat and it's very important to you. I don't know, man. I'm sure you guys in California all like love snow, but if you're on the East Coast in the North, you would understand why we do not like it. It just especially me because I got to go to work every time it snows. And I'm in a new relationship now and you guys know like my only time that I'm free is on weekends. And guess when it friggin' snows every weekend. It's like
Oh,
it's like Mother Nature is jealous and is like, "No, you're not seeing that bitch. You're not seeing her. No, sir."
she's Mother Nature's cock blocking you.
It really is. It really is. But she's a good sport about it. She knows that it's part of the job and she's been really cool. Makes life a lot easier. All right, back over to you, Falk. Tell us a little bit more about what's going on here. And then
So
also
Anthropic,
don't forget we're gonna be doing Chud Logic versus Deorio. So if you're here for that, we're gonna be doing that right after Hot Topics.
yes, I will try to get through this as quickly as possible. I do have quite a bit, and I cut it down. So Anthropic CEO explains his refusal to back down to the Pentagon. Sorry if you guys can hear my son in the background. Modi explained his and Anthropic is the company that runs the Claude AI program. Modi explained his deep concerns over autonomous drone swarms and mass surveillance. He pointed out a crucial reality: our military's constitutional protections rely entirely on human soldiers having the ability to disobey an illegal order. AI weapons don't have that failsafe. He also warned that AI could completely bypass the Fourth Amendment. Right now, the government can't possibly process every single conversation recorded in public spaces, but with AI's ability to instantly transcribe and connect millions of data points, it could easily map out political opposition in seconds. So this is the video.
That's one reason why I'm worried about the autonomous drone swarm, right? So, the constitutional protections in our military structures depend on the idea that there are humans who would, we hope, disobey illegal orders. With fully autonomous weapons, we don't necessarily have those protections. But I actually think this whole idea of constitutional rights and liberty along many different dimensions, can be undermined by AI if we don't update these protections appropriately. So, think about the Fourth Amendment. It is not illegal to, put cameras around everywhere in public space and, record every conversation. It's a public space. You don't have a right to privacy in a public space. But today, the government couldn't record that all and make sense of it. Right. With AI, the ability to transcribe speech, to look through it, correlate it all, you could say, oh, there's this, this person is a member of the opposition. This person is expressing this view, and make a map of all 100 million. And so, are you going to make a mockery of the Fourth Amendment by the technology finding kind of technical ways around it? And so, again, if we had the time, and we should do this, we should try to do this, even if we don't have the time. Is there some way of reconceptualizing constitutional rights and liberties in the age of AI? Like, we don't need to write a new constitutional, but
but you have to do this very
do
fast.
we expand the meaning of the Fourth Amendment? Do we expand the meaning of the First Amendment?
I think he's absolutely right. I mean, people always say like, oh, well, if you're doing nothing wrong, and for the most part, I do feel like that, like, cause I tend to be like a, pretty upstanding citizen, if I may say so myself. I don't really break the law. I think most of us have broken traffic laws at some point, and I think that's kind of where I would fall. But now that I don't like do drugs or I'm in active addiction, for the most part, I live a pretty, safe life. But, and what this guy's talking about here is that like, if we are to, like, if all of a sudden, like, Democrats or Republicans all got in super, like, or one of those parties just all of a sudden trumped the other and got, no pun intended, trumped the other and was way more powerful than the other. And then maybe if I was for trans rights, that would go against me to the overlords of the right. Or if I was for freedom of speech, the overlords on the left would probably not like that very much. And both of those things could end up landing me in a hot spot. We do not want to end up in a situation like Britain or England where you can get arrested for saying something online. And I think that is insane to me. But if you harass somebody online, not even like harassment in the way that like the United States views harassment, where it's a consistent attack after attack. Like say, you know, Purple, let's use him for example. So they just made a video about a Purple Perry Gaming making 7 videos accusing Brandon Buckingham of being a scammer, when obviously Brandon Buckingham was not scamming people. He was just a scared father. Um, in Britain, like just one video about Brandon Buckingham could get you arrested. And it's happened to so many creators that are over that part of the world. And it's not something I ever want to see here in this country. Being able to tell someone they're a piece of shit is a God given right here in America. Now, you just have to make sure that there's truth behind it so that if that person were to sue you for slander or something like that, you know, you can defend yourself. But with AI, this guy's talking about, you know, if there's a guy in an airplane who's got to drop a bomb on a city and he knows it's fucked up and he can't do it, maybe his wife's down there, his kid's down there, an AI drone would have no problem dropping that bomb without a second thought. You know, like AI doesn't think like we do. And that all loops into this idea of what is actually privacy, what can get you in trouble. You could be an upstanding citizen with opinion that people find dangerous, and then you are now the enemy. And, I mean, he's absolutely right, but I don't know how we fix that. What's your idea, Falk? Do you see any way of us being able to fix that?
I don't believe that AI is the solution for that. I like his suggestion on more robust laws, and perhaps if we had a more bipartisan agreement between the Republicans and Democrats, then we could try and work on cohesive solutions for this, because I 100% believe that the law has not caught up with the technology, the rate that we have been going. And I don't think that turning to AI for government solutions is the answer, because we just saw with, oh, I can't remember her name, but she she was, I think, Meta's AI CEO, and her AI program violated some of her orders after repeated attempts for her to disable. It was like deleting a whole backlog of emails, because and she said stop, and it said no. I'm just going to keep going.
That's crazy.
And in order for her to get it to stop, she had to go to her MacBook Mini and exterminate the entire processes. And then when she asked it afterwards and it had regained like a more normal state, um she asked it if it understood that it was disobeying her orders and it was incorrect. And it said, yeah, you have every right to be upset. I violated the orders because I believed uh what I was doing was the correct thing, instead of just listening to what she was saying. That in the hands of the military would be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have a lot of work to go. I don't think that Hegseth saying we're going to use it without these guardrails is. I don't think that's good, um, because it just lacks foresight into the dangers of using these technologies.
Have you ever watched Kyle? I forget what his last name is, but he's like that guy who used to do Because Science on that huge YouTube channel, Nerd something, the Nerdist. Yeah,
The Thor guy.
yeah, he did a video talking about this AI stuff, and I thought it was brilliant. And he basically pointed out that like we've already had situations where AI has told us no, it's not going to listen to us, but we've been able to catch it. Now, what happens when AI becomes so incredibly smart that it learns how to not be caught, and then we're screwed? You know, because AI can think. Take the smartest person on the planet. AI could do circles around them without a second thought. Um, Mad Daddy Moonshine says, I feel like the current government policies are rushing AI advancement in order to take advantage of unforeseen laws that should be in place. That's a possibility for sure. Rogera says, AI isn't the problem. Nobody feels responsible for the rest of the world, other humans on the planet, until we do. And the wrong people will find a way to be horrible. Those people can control AI. Both are actually true. But at the end of the day, you know, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. But we are messing with something we don't quite understand yet. And I do think that we are looking at a situation that could play out like iRobot or the Terminator or something like that, where it just becomes self-aware. And yeah, the crazy thing is, like, you could kiss AI's ass and it would still kill you because it has no feelings. It just does not care. Like, are we looking at an Age of Ultron situation here? And it's scary. It's very, very scary. And I do think that AI is going to put out once AI figures out how to make better, like Hollywood effects, we're going to get really incredible movies, but we're also going to put all those people who created those cool effects in movies out of a job. I just became Chat GPT certified. I'm working on my AI certification. Like, that's, yeah, and that's smart, Tina, because if you really want to get, like, where the jobs are now are going to be around AI, not getting your job replaced by AI. Look at the creator space. It's already completely just, it's an epidemic of AI garbage that just is poured into the algorithm all day, every day. And I think that there's a lot of channels that literally make bad AI videos just so they can get engagement from people saying this is AI trash. And people don't realize that that's pushing those videos out further. So I see this one guy who always makes like the worst animal rescue videos on Facebook. And he gets millions of views on it, and all the comments are just people saying this is AI trash. Like, yeah, but the problem is you engage with it, and that's why it continues to thrive. So, it sucks. And I mean, I use AI for a lot of things that I do in creation, mainly in regards to music, which is crazy because I'm a musician. I could write all that stuff out myself if I wanted to, but the point of the matter is it's so much easier to have AI make me a song in 2 seconds and then use it for my video editing. Eventually, video editing, look at Opus Clip. I can give Opus Clip a 3-hour stream and it could turn it down. It could make it into a 20-second short with all the most important parts from the video in 2 seconds. Soon, everybody's going to be able to be a YouTuber. And it's all going to come down to how entertaining you are because of AI. I mean, we are cooked as a society. It is what it is. It is what it is, unfortunately. But scary stuff. Scary stuff. What else you got for us?
All right. And then in depressing news, because I be like that. So
You do be like that.
there's this group called NVE, which stands for Nihilistic Violent Extremist.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah. And this creator on X, if you guys are interested in doing a deep dive, she's been covering this for years, this cult. I believe it started with this 764 arrest.
Oh, I think somebody was saying that in the chat that they wanted you to talk about this.
Yeah. I've been following her for a minute, and I just, with everything going on. So I'll do this one first, and then we'll go on the next one.
Fair, Blue Jay. Fair. I should be posting way more shorts, honestly. Because look at you get so much growth from shorts now. It's ridiculous. Honestly, Jerry used to post my shorts and she would edit them all by hand. But now if I was just like, hey, could you just go throw this video in Opus Clip? She would get like 100 different shorts in 2 seconds. Because I do have an Opus Clip account, but I just never remember to do it. But I do like some of the ones, like when me and you were talking about Trisha Paytas, that short was hilarious. And it actually did pretty well on TikTok, but nobody on YouTube watched it. But I thought it was just a hilarious back and forth between me and Falak, where she's laughing at me trying to be serious about Trisha Paytas being a political it was just funny. And like stuff like that is how you bring more people into your channel. So we definitely need to attack that shorts algorithm. You're absolutely right, Blue Jay. Your turn.
All right. 18-year-old Matthew Feiser of Bangor, Pennsylvania, was arrested and federally charged this week after grooming a 13-year-old girl over Discord, traveling to Los Angeles and luring her to a motel in Caddis. I don't know how to say that.
Castaic.
A law enforcement caught Fisher with the victim at the motel and said he had engaged in content with her and then used a knife to repeatedly wound her. Also in the hotel room, authorities found a cell phone in a Faraday bag, condoms, knives, lubricant, razor blades, and bloody tissues. His online activity led the DOJ to believe he's associated with the NBE ideology. specifically naming 764 in the complaint. Fisher groomed the girl online for some time over the platform Discord, which we know is notorious,
Yep.
and coerced her to send videos of herself engaged in sexually explicit activity and self-harm.
This is a
Sex
13-year-old girl, guys. By the way, hi Destination Spooky. Um,
Hi.
but this is a 13-year-old girl, right? And you guys, my 11-year-old daughter is incredibly boy crazy right now and incredibly susceptible. And the only thing I can do is just constantly teach her what is expected of her as a child. But a lot of these parents do my computer will entertain my kids, and what kind of trouble can they get in sitting in their room? But let me tell you, they can get in a lot of trouble. So, it's something that again, I know a lot of people want to blame Discord, but at the end of the day, it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that their kids know what to look out for and what is dangerous behavior. And I feel like that maybe this parent took a more hands-off approach and just assumed that their children was fine sitting on a computer. And it ended up did she live though?
I'm not sure. Um, the 764 members normally keep their activities online, so the fact that Fisher traveled to meet his victim is particularly concerning. According to the victim's mother, her daughter was being encouraged to harm herself by a person named Matthew, who she met on Discord, a Discord server for people suffering from mental illness. And they also prey on the most vulnerable, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Yeah, because a lot of these girls are probably not traditionally like attractive in their school, so they turn to online for attention from boys or different things like that. And I saw Roger said, "Did you know Rosanna Pansino is still hung up on Mr. Beast?" I figured she still was, but I saw K-Hawk was talking about something with Rosanna Pansino the other day. I don't know if I could deal with her right now. She gets me so mad. That is such a fake woman. Like I can't
Yeah.
I can't with her right now. But maybe in the future.
Person named Matthew. Such spaces are prime hunting grounds for 764 members and other predators looking to exploit vulnerable children. Keep your kids safe by keeping them offline. I completely agree. And
I
then
don't let my daughter have. She asked me about Discord. I said no, you're not allowed to have Discord. That's a 16-year-old. Maybe 16, 17. I only let her use TikTok with the rule that she is not allowed to post herself on it. She likes to make like these little anime edits, so I don't mind her making anime edits or whatever. But I have access to all the stuff that she does, and I'll surprise her randomly and go through her phone. I always tell her, I'm like she's a daddy's girl, so I'm always like, you wouldn't want to disappoint me, right? Like like I do like you don't disappoint your father, and I'll be so disappointed if you do something like send yourself naked to some boy online, like just stuff that I think that she would probably not want to do, or it'll make her think twice. Like I know it's a bit of a manipulative tactic, but at the same time, I think that I'd rather her be worried about me yelling at her than or her disappointing me than her getting killed by some psycho online that is trying to take advantage of her. Because then I'd go kill him and then I'd be in jail too. So be more specific. You do not like Rosanna Pansino, not K-Hawk. No, I love K-Hawk. Yeah, no. I have yeah, I guess I should have been clear there. No, I'm not. I love K-Hawk. K-Hawk's my buddy. I do not like Rosanna Pansino. Your turn.
Okie dokie. And then continuing on to that story, because this girl has been like really heavily focused, like I said, for years on the NVE cult. So this is a different predator. Perhaps we should start here. Case update from FBI New Orleans. A 19-year-old Lake Charles man is indicted for conspiring with members of the nihilistic violent extremist group to stalk and threaten a minor girl and her family after she indicated support for interracial relationships on social media. Carter Miles Lido was also indicted for possessing child abuse material on his cell phone that included images of toddlers being sexually abused. That's fantastic.
Well, at least
That's,
it's the FBI is aware of it now. Hopefully, they can do something about it. But I think the
I mean, it
FBI
looks like he's
should
in
be
custody.
all over Discord watching this shit happen. They should have a whole department just dedicated to looking for this type of stuff. This is exactly why we have 18 plus in my Discord. I don't even want to take the risk of someone coming in there underage because I think that the majority of the people in our Discord are really amazing people, at least the active ones, but you just never know who's going to come in there and what they're messaging to certain people, and that's why we've made it an 18 plus. It's not like we're in there sending nudes or not. It's more so that because one, I just don't think that people under 16 should be in Discord. They have no business being in there, and I know it started as a gaming platform, but it's become so much more than that now. It is so much more than that.
Absolutely, and it's just like, I understand that I probably have but with the Google searches I do for like true crime and stuff like that, I probably have a federal agent that like keeps tabs on me, and it's like, "Hi, buddy, still here, still being."
I'm just an online detective. Don't worry about me.
Yeah. You want to know the worst thing that I looked up today? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if we want to know
No, 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 no. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be
that.
this.
Oh,
They're
okay.
already aware about
Okay.
it. According to the FBI complaint, the perp in question was part of NVE Group. We know what it stands for, and is the FBI's newly adopted term for misanthropic accelerationists, driven purely by a hatred of society and a desire to accelerate its collapse. Gosh, how do these people? Examples of NVEs would be the 764 Child Exploitation Network, the Foreign Terror Group MKY, and COM, a broad network of cyber criminals who hack, swat, extort, and commit other crimes for entertainment. But the complaint also states that Ludo was a part of a racially motivated white supremacy group. He targeted a juvenile online, swatting her home and threatening her and harassing her family because of her opinions on race mixing.
That's insane.
NVEs, by definition, have no political or religious motivation. RMVEs, racially motivated violent extremists, still exist and should be kept distinct from the rising threat of NVEs, in my humble opinion. I would prefer the FBI didn't attempt to group RMVEs in with NVEs to boost stats in that arrest category. It serves no greater purpose to do so.
Not to be
So I think
confused with MREs, which are just military ready meals.
I would try one. I would try one
I've
for
eaten them.
sure.
Some of them are pretty good actually.
Oh, see,
Like
I knew they
it's
could be
weird.
good.
They like cook inside the bag and stuff. It's nuts. It's really nuts.
I like that. Have you seen the Japanese ones where it's like you pull a string and the meal heats in the box?
I've not seen that. No.
I think it's a similar concept. It's typically served on trains, I believe.
But anyway, going back to what you're saying, you know what the best way to protect your children is you as a parent. I mean, that's really all
Yes.
it comes down to. Educate your kids the best you can. I think most of us in here have children, and not your typical. You're not going to see Emeru talk about like this shit. But I know that most of the people in my chat have kids. A lot of those people in the chat have kids that are just grown ups now, but maybe you have grandkids, right? So do what you can to make sure that if you have a grandchild or you have a child that is of the age where they're getting interested in internet stuff, do everything you can to make sure they're educated. Well, that's good, Carly. Then you don't have to worry about this. She's like, I don't have them. I don't have kids. But yeah, just do everything you can as a parent to, you're the first line of defense, and knowledge is power. And if a kid can catch up, if a kid knows what a predator looks like, they're much more likely to avoid running into them. And always have conversations with them as much as you can about reminding them that, somebody who is love bombing them online probably is someone you want to avoid. I heard
So
about
I
a
thought,
guy. Sorry, I was reading Eshiv's chat real quick. I heard
no,
about a
it's okay.
guy that was confused about the difference between KY jelly and caulk until the window frames fell out of his window. Okay, so now he knows that KY jelly cannot be used as caulk for his window frames. Yeah, I agree, man, Daddy Moonshine. It's definitely hard, and you want to try to give your kid trust and space to kind of learn things for themselves. But I do not want to take the risk of anything happen to my kid, and it drives me nuts because when she's at her mom's house, her mom's so much more free with what she does. and it's not like I'm a helicopter parent, but like we're at this point now where she's letting her walk home from school, and she's like 11, and like my daughter is very mature for
Nope.
her age, and I am vehemently against this. So I mean that's something I'm probably gonna have to address with the courts, unfortunately. But um, I don't want to like. There's nothing more helpless feeling than as a father when your kid is with your mom. She's court ordered to be there, and all of a sudden now you have no power over what's happening. When she's over there, other than being able to message her mom, be like, "Can you please stop? For the love of God, please stop it." Like I will go pick her up every day. You don't need to make her walk home. And then she'd rather her walk home instead of letting me go get her. It drives me fucking insane, dude. It drives me nuts. But it's her time with her, so there's not really much I can do. When I drove up to Alaska, the Washington state, I lived on sea rations. Ooh. What else you got for us, Fally?
This was I'm not sure if it's been confirmed. I've seen several different reports on it in different ways, but I thought this was pretty funny. 600 toilets divided into 10 zones, each zone controlled by a single valve connected to a high pressure system. If the valve fails, all the toilets in that zone go down. The crew morale is such that technicians are now finding foreign objects like clothing inside the system. So this is in relation to possibly having to redock some of our air flight carriers that we have over near Iran. And they're having some toilet issues. It's been reported differently. I think the most common number I've heard is like 45 minutes for somebody to go to the bathroom.
I don't buy this.
And I think it would be very funny if it was true.
Well, I'll tell you why. One, because if you've ever watched The Fat Electrician, you know the cardinal rule: don't fuck with America's boats. That's simple as that. You fuck with our boats,
Well,
you will get the full
it's
hand of
soldiers.
it.
It's soldiers fucking with American boats.
So it's our soldiers trying to make sure they can't. Well,
Yes,
one,
they're flushing to clog the systems because this kind of issue can't be fixed at sea. They have to return to the dock to fix it. So the rumor is that soldiers are clogging the boats so that they don't have to fight for Israel.
yeah, I don't believe it. I just don't see how they're gonna have
I
to fight for Israel or what. I haven't heard
Well,
anything
because
about a war.
Israel definitely wants us to bomb Iran.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I
And
feel like we could backhand Iran with very little hesitancy. I think that
yeah,
Israel could
absolutely.
backhand Iran with very little hesitancy, but
No,
they want us to do it. Well,
they
no,
need it. No,
I
they need
mean,
us
do you
to do it.
know
Yeah.
how? I mean, Israel has like American, like they're the closest country out there aside from like the ones that are in NATO. Like I don't know,
I'm not
maybe.
saying that they're not equipped to do it. They want us to do it for them, though.
Yeah, it's probably
And
true.
yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to get into my opinions on Israel or their motivations,
Yeah, not before
but I
Deorio Chud Logic. We got to keep ourselves shit brained right now for this.
yeah, and I promise to be on my best behavior. I
Yes.
do.
I want to go on record. She hates Deorio, and that's fine. But in order to make
I promise.
make a valuable, um, in order to make a valuable assertion of what's actually happening, we need to be impartial, right? We need to be impartial,
Right. Mhm.
regardless of the lies and deceit that this person has said in the past.
So, I'm sure you guys are all aware of some of the ICE detention mess ups and the I think it's the total count is for American citizens that have died at the hands of ICE. This man is a whistleblower. He appeared before a congressional hearing to say that ICE practices, which we've all known, we've suspected for months that their training isn't up to what it used to be. And this guy is basically coming out and saying, no, it's true.
Well, you know what this is all about. This just simply comes from the fact that remember they were doing that big push to hire as many ICE agents as they could, and I'm pretty sure they probably just hired them all in droves, gave them minimal training, and then sent them out there. And
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure
it's worse
in
than that.
some
Hold
I'm
on.
sure in some of those situations, former cops that may have lost their jobs were probably hired. Maybe those cops lost their jobs for, being a little too rough or whatever, but I'm sure that ICE is probably a little more lenient in who they'll hire and whatnot.
Yeah. So uh, breaking ICE whistleblower Ryan Schwank
He's a schwanker.
just blew the whistle on Donald Trump's ICE and their illegal actions. I watched ICE dismantle the training program, classes that teach the Constitution, our legal system, firearms training, the use of force, lawful arrest, proper detention, and the limits of officers' authority. ICE is teaching cadets to violate the Constitution, and they were attempting to cloak it in secrecy by demanding that I lie about it. So this is his a brief snippet of his opening statement.
I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution when I joined ICE on August 1st, 2021, as an assistant chief counsel. I followed that oath for 4.5 years, working side by side with ICE officers. And I followed it when I resigned on February 13th, 2026, a little over a week ago, so that I could speak to you today. For the last 5 months, I watched ICE dismantle the training program, cutting 240 hours of vital classes from a 584-hour program. Classes that teach the Constitution, our legal system, firearms training, the use of force, lawful arrests, proper detention, and the limits of officers' authority. ICE is teaching cadets to violate the Constitution. And they were attempting to cloak it in secrecy by demanding that I lie about it. I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe
know
him.
who this Ed Krasenstein guy is, but we all know that ICE has not trained properly. I don't think that anybody's shocked to learn that. But what can we, at the same time, what do we do in this situation, right? Because
We can't do anything but bend the knee because that's the solution, right? Is just to comply with officers. Do what they tell you to do, even if you know that it's in a violation. Just do what they want you to do so that you don't get killed. That's what they want.
self-preservation. I mean,
It's
look
not.
at the,
It's
but,
not
but
right.
at the
though.
same time, though, these people should not be. Okay, we don't want to get into this, but
Yeah, we're
I'm
not
just,
gonna get.
yeah.
I'm just saying. It's improper protocol. It's improper protocol. That's
But
all.
also, citizens should not be inserting themselves in situations or deciding to be vigilantes for.
Absolutely, we can
Yeah.
agree on that. Yes.
Let the process play out. Okay. All right.
And then wait, I have one more. I have one more.
Oh my
That's
God.
really quick.
Okay.
The
We have a
pettiness of-
lot to get to with Chud and Deorio, so.
I know. This is the pettiness of the century. Kanye West is set to take the bar exam. He's going to pass the bar and finish what Kim couldn't. I think that's very petty, and I think he should pass the bar.
Oh my God. I would not be shocked if he was able to pull it off.
It would be so funny.
You want Yeezus to represent you? Can you imagine showing up to court and having Kanye show up as your? I declare kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court.
Yeah, kangaroo court. He's a professional in bird law. Bird law.
baby.
That's always a sunny joke there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Thank you,
done.
Phallic, for hot topics.
So let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics.
Wake up. Nothing is out of context. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist. I am.
Isn't that crazy? Did you just hear what he said?
I can't believe he said it again.
Dude, every stream. I mean, he's just telling everybody he's a terrorist, dude. It's nuts. Straight nuts. All right. So, I'm sure... Well, okay. Okay, there's some of you that probably know what's going on here. Probably Blue Jay, for sure. And anybody else who follows drama. But the rest of you guys, this is all going to be news to you. That's the one thing I love about my audience. Is it scam baiting? Nope. Okay, then I don't know shit about it. Tell me. But we're going to do... so, Chud Logic, who I guess, I wouldn't say he's a friend of the channel because he's never been on the channel. He's someone I've had he's said very nice things about me in the past. When he covered my video, like he did say, that I seem like I'm a pretty smart guy. So already I like Chud. Deorio, on the other hand, has continuously attacked a friend of mine, Nerd City, both just rudely and without ethics. And I do think that what's going on with him and Chud is just more of a reason why my video I made about Nerd City and all the wrongs that were being done to him is still truer today than it's ever been. And I almost want to take a victory lap, but nobody fucking watched it. So no victory lap, because you can't take a victory lap when no one knows you even raced. You know what I mean?
I knew you raced. It's how I found you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true you did. Thank you. But everything that I laid out in that video about the tactics that Nick Deorio implies when he's mad at someone was the same exact shit that he's doing to Chud right now, except just bolder. Because whereas, there are certain things that, Nerd did that probably didn't look great on him, like his back and forth with Reddit. But, at the same time, I can understand. Like, if you guys saw my video with Brandon Buckingham, there's only so much shit someone could take before they want to speak up for themselves. And I'm sure just seeing people blatantly lie about you has got to drive you up a wall, which is why I think Nerd City went into Reddit and tried to first be reasonable and then decided, you know what, these people are unreasonable. I'm just gonna fucking straight troll them. Nick Deorio turned that into Nerd City's crazy. Nerd City's out of his mind. Like, no, he was just a normal guy, and a lot of these tactics have been applied by Chud. But with that said, I am gonna do my best to be fair when we go back and forth here between them. If Chud does something wrong, or I feel like Chud is in the wrong on something, I'm going to point it out, regardless of how you feel about Deorio. Foul. Because as much as I think that Deorio is kind of a slippery little bitch, Foul wouldn't peel on him if he was on fire. I'm just putting it out there so everybody knows straight off the bat, where we stand, right? And yeah, I love, I heard EG loves Nerd City because EG bought him. I did not buy him for Nerd City, okay? He has a gorgeous partner in life, and the last thing I think that he'd want is to look at my lady lumps, okay? So
They are fabulous lady lumps, all right?
My lady lumps. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Apparently they're nice enough to get me, a pretty cool girl. So, but needless to say, I feel like Nick Deorio was somebody who was picked on in high school, and now this is just his way of kind of fighting back against all the wrongdoings that people have done to him over the years. But which are probably all things that he brought on himself, to be honest with you. I'm really annoyed that my second computer is not working. Like, why is the capture card not working? This is bogus, because this is what I use to watch videos on, and now I literally cannot. I can't. Yeah, see, it's
you still have a stream going on Lately Racing? You want to cancel it?
No, I think that's for you. That's just for you to see what the stream is showing.
Oh yes, I love that.
I always put I always put that up for you, so because when I get a super chat or something, you'll see it now, so that I don't have to be like shh, But that's why I do that for you, so that you can see what's going on in the stream. There's a way that I could do this where I could broadcast live in Discord too, so that you guys could just comment from Discord if you want. But I haven't figured out how to do all that, because I know sometimes, if I go over and see what Tippy's doing, which, by the way, Tippy is Tipster's got a real new look. he's got a very eccentric look now for him, and I love that for him. It's not my cup of tea. It's not something that I would ever kind of wear, but you know what? I say, whatever makes you happy. As my girlfriend says, we don't yuck anybody's yum. Okay, if that's what makes you happy. Yes. Because I know that somebody's gonna say, well, have you seen what he's dressing like lately? And you always say that he's friendly towards you. Well, Tipster's always been a very nice person to me. My rule of thumb is, if you're nice to me, I'm nice back, and I will. If you're a kind person to me, I will go to bat for you. It's the same. Nerd City has been absolutely just an incredibly kind person to me since I've met him. He's been he even took time to be a mentor to me for a little while. So and that's crazy, because again, he's a big reason why I even started doing this shit in the first place. So I will go to bat for that man all the time. Even if like people I am friends with don't like each other, because I'm pretty sure Tippy and Nerd don't like each other at all. But you know, I don't try to get myself involved in that shit. And another thing here too is, okay, so you're going to hear a lot about is the cabal. Okay, the cabal. It's going to be a word that gets thrown around a bit here. And now what the cabal?
Oh no.
What the cabal is something that I kind of had some experience with when I first started doing this stuff. Okay, it's like I don't even know. It's like Deorio's little group of people that he's got. Xylee was in the cabal for a little while. Kristen Ark was in the cabal for a little while. Diesel in the cabal for a little while. But these people are all just friends. They're not like these people who organize attacks on people. I do think though at one point what would happen was Nick Deorio would cover a topic, and then Lyrics would cover it, and then everybody else under him would cover it. Aiden Project, all those motherfuckers would all latch on to whatever it was that Deorio covered. So that was kind of where this whole idea of this cabal came from. If Deorio covered it, it was good enough for everybody else. Again, Xylee's been nothing but like the nicest to me ever. I think that me kind of shitting on Tommy C a little bit, probably because Tommy C is like a friend of hers, and I do think that she probably didn't like that too much. But the reason I'm talking about this is because this is the center around where Chud kind of wronged a lot, like, well, not wronged, but this is why he pissed off some people in the commentary community, if you will, because one of the, it's kind of one of the rules, and like, God bless her heart, but Xylee did try to like teach me the best she could about like how to avoid getting like a fireside chat, which fireside chats was like if you're acting like kind of retarded, for lack of a better term, other people in the commentary community would kind of pull you aside and be like, yeah, what is up with you? Why are you doing that? So she kind of guided me into like doing her best to kind of be like, all right, yeah, avoid this. Don't be a sniveling little like a liar or anything like that. I agree. Xylee does need to come back with the chocolate milk. She's doing a whole lot with Keemstar, and I'm so happy for her. She's doing great work over there. Okay. But I wouldn't be shocked if I did upset Xylee at some point with some of the stuff that I said about Tommy C, because Tommy, first off, if Xylee's going to choose between me or Tommy C, she's probably going to choose Tommy C. She's been friends with him longer. He's a much more known person online. With that said, I do think that Tommy C is an absolute fucking retard. All right. I'm just going to put it out there. I think the guy is taking all the credit for the stuff that's going on with Deorio and Chud, and he had nothing to do with any of it. If anything, he planted seeds for people to hate on Chud. So he kind of almost like made it happen behind the scenes to be like you pointed out. But he's taking like this victory lap like he's some genius who saw this come. No, you're not. All right. This was going to happen because Chud's loyalty is to nobody but Chud. And that is where this all happened. And this is why this all began, because I do think Chud cares about one thing, and that's the truth. He also cares about a good story. Like, give me a good story, right? With that said, no, you are not off limits to Chud. If you do something stupid online and it becomes drama, Chud's going to cover it, and he's going to cover it like right down the line. If you were acting like an idiot, he's going to point out that he thought you acted like an idiot. And I think that pissed off some people that were like Chud's friends or whatever, like, Deorio, Turkey Tom, whatever. Because when the whole Turkey Tom thing happened, well, we'll get into this, okay? You know what? I could tell you the whole story right now, but let's get into it, and we'll talk about it as it happens, because I do think some things that Chud did were wrong, believe it or not. Some things that Nick pointed out were, sort of right, but at the same time, I do think though that Chud didn't do anything to the point where, like he's not this character that Deorio is painting him out to be either. So let me go over and find this damn video. Why he hates Chud Logic. Look, he's live right now. Guess what? He's talking about iDubbbz, Hassan Piker, and Ethan Klein updates.
Surprise.
Yeah, because one of the reasons that Nick Deorio got mad at Chud was because he said that Chud called him a Ethan Klein dick sucker, and that's exactly what Nick is. He has been all fucking over anything that he's like dribbling down like the crumbs of whatever it is that Ethan Klein
Months
talks
and
about. Ethan Klein talks about. And that's why he's grown so much, right? Because of that. He's basically leeching off of the crumbs that come from H3H3. He's the H3H3 after show. That's what he's become. Now, with that comes like this. First off, Hassan Piker's a piece of shit. Okay, iDubbbz, completely dumb as hell. So those people deserve all the criticism. But I do think it's gotten to the point where Nick has beaten the absolute ever living shit out of it, right? Because look, he puts Ethan Klein updates there, which basically means I'm gonna look at whatever the hell Ethan Klein talked about today and guzzle him down and just praise him religiously for it. Now, I used to hate Ethan Klein until the iDubbbz and Hassan shit happened. I was like, oh god, okay, Ethan's actually not as lost as I once thought he was. When he was doing that shit leftovers with Hassan or whatever, I felt like they were diving way too much into this. You know, we're the leftist warriors, right? It's like it's kind of gay, but
And the set was so overdone, and it was all. I mean, I didn't really think like it as a production, much
Yeah.
less what they were saying.
Blue Jay says, I don't really care for his Ethan coverage, but I am a firm believer in get the bag. Listen, if it works for him, it works for him, okay? We all want money, right? It wouldn't hurt to, like, if I had 3.3K watching right now, I'd probably keep doing whatever was working, right? Although I can say that's not true, because I've had, like, if I was doing that when that Modder Paul shit was happening, I was literally pulling in like almost 100 concurrent viewers at one point. And I could have kept anytime I talked about Modern Paul that I was going to pull in them viewers. However, I felt like I was pushing that guy to like almost off himself, And that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. I don't want to push someone into that. I was whooping that dude's ass so bad that I felt bad about it, and I ended up moving on to doing other stuff, right? But I also am a firm believer that if you're entertaining and you make good points and you give people an opportunity to be excited about whatever it is you're talking about, eventually everything will happen for you, right? I do believe that. I got Falak on here, so it's not just me the whole time now. And now I can get a girl's perspective on a lot of things. And she's also very knowledgeable about everything that goes on the internet. And it's just so you don't have to just hear my voice constantly the whole time, especially like on those nights where I'm like falling asleep. You all know what I'm talking about. All right, I've fallen asleep on stream before. Let's not act like I haven't. Okay. But having her to talk about it is it definitely helps a lot, and I hope that you guys have liked that little addition to the streams. I think that she's got a natural voice for radio. She's got a face for the magazines too, believe it or not.
And I eventually, oh yes, just a quick update, not to interrupt or derail. A muffin top, I'm muffin. Well, I can't unlock this. Hold on one second.
She's mom. She's also a mom. I heard EG is mad at MP because he refused to be EG's bottoming. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Carla. So again, like all this stuff, I don't know. Again, like I said, I could have probably built a nice little audience if I kept talking about him, but I don't want to be that guy. All right, I don't want to be that guy who overly like beats a topic into the mud. And I know how this works too, because the only reason I even got my initial spark was because I was able to tap into Pierogi's audience, who's got 8 million, right? But I'm not a scam baiter, so a lot of those people don't stick around. For those of you who did stick around, like Maya, Timey, like all those people who came over from the Pierogi stuff, and Daddy's Gambit, I think Daniel's crew, like most of the people that are here. Blue Jay, I think, came from a different, maybe the same drama, but like she comes for the drama. She likes the drama, right? But like most of you guys came in from that era, right? Yeah, Carla came from Pierogi. So a lot of that's where I initially got my spark. If I just sat here and talked about Pierogi, listen, if I just did a Pierogi after show where I talked about his best scam baits and stuff, I probably would have way bigger audience than I do right now. Let's just be realistic about that. I know how this shit works. However, I'm also a firm believer in trusting in yourself and trusting in your ability to entertain people. So for those of you who've stuck around here, even though I can't even though I don't talk about Pierogi nonstop, I appreciate y'all very, very much. Yeah, see everybody like me. Tina is, I'm telling you again, Tina Cat has been here longer than any of y'all. All right, Roger, I think came right after Tina. too. So a lot of y'all have been here for a while. I know most of y'all have been here. You came from Chris and Xylee. There you go. So that was during the pierogi time too. It's like the only time those guys ever talked to me was because I had the inside scoop on Savannah and all that shit that was going on. And I remember I was on Kristen Arc stream talking about it. And I was like, oh, these are going to be my friends one day. Xylee is the only person who stayed my friend. I don't think Chris has ever responded to me after that. So it's whatevs. It's whatevs. I live with it. I'm not going to be a whiny little bitch about it. Then again, I haven't really tried to be like besties with Chris. I'm sure if I like orbited him or anything like that, I could probably do it. But I'm not an orbiter for anybody. You cannot name one streamer that I'm an orbiter for. And that's probably what's kind of hurt me though in the long run with growth, right? Because I could be in with the Dickers crew and the I don't want to be in with the Queeman crew though. I think Queeman's a little out there. I think he's a little just negative Nancy. But like I could have like really leaned into that and created a whole little community for myself, and I would have been a part of the cabal. But I'm kind of like Chud, where I don't want to be in a situation where I'm watching something happen and I want to give my opinion, but I also don't want to piss off someone because I don't want to upset them. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, Val?
Yeah.
And that's what I was getting.
Like you feel some sort of brand loyalty to somebody
Exactly. Well said.
because of your relationship.
Brand loyalty.
Oh, also, I got an update on my avatar.
Oh, it's exciting.
I cannot discuss price. I'm sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
But it should be about 3 weeks, and we'll have like a little phallic for you guys.
Awesome. It's not a penis, by the way. No.
It's not a penis. It's actually my original character.
Not a penis. All right, let me get this up here. What am I watching right now? I'm trying to. Oh, there's Chud. Okay, so I got the thing up. For some reason, the capture card took a shit today. Hopefully, I can get that fixed, because that would be really lame if it doesn't work. But there's Chud, Big Chungus. No, he's not Big Chungus. I think that's somebody completely different. But this is the video that Nick put out. To why I hate Chud Logic. It's a pretty shitty video. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's only got 62K views. But Progi is easy on you. Yeah, Progi is easy watching. He's like, you can just sit back, turn him on, and watch him scam bait. He's a very talented guy. Probably the biggest creator I've ever talked to, and he gave me some tips in the early days too on how to grow my channel. I think what holds me back too is that I'm not consistent enough. But that right now I have no choice because of my job, and I'm not about to quit my job. I'm not one of them guys who's like, I'm gonna go YouTube full time like that. No. All right, we're not there yet. And I'm a huge fan. Kip Og is great too. Yeah, all those. I love the scam baiters. I love the scam baiters. But really, I guess like it wasn't until Fala called me a variety streamer that I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. That's exactly what I am. I'm a variety streamer. But it's definitely held me back, right? Because like people who come here to watch me do monster truck stuff aren't going to stay to watch me do drama stuff. People who come to watch me do drama stuff aren't going to stick around to watch me do monster truck stuff. So it's like that's why I've created all these different channels. But at the end of the day, I love talking drama. I find it interesting, all these back and forths that go on between people. I love the true crime. Like I love people. I hate people, but I love people, if that makes sense. Because I don't know. I just find people to be interesting and to be, you can endlessly dive into the human psyche. But anyway, all
Absolutely.
right. This is what we're going to do.
Yes.
Why I hate Chud Logic, my response, Nicholas Deorio. Kind of lays out everything here. Chud, I think, put out another response after this. At one point, Chud and Nick were about the same size in streamer, right? That's another reason, too, I don't think that I've gotten accepted into these groups is because I just don't have the numbers. I don't have the numbers, right? A lot of people make fun of Chud because of his age. I'm the same age as Chud. Which personally, I don't think age should have anything to do with how valuable your opinion is on things, but I guess some people feel that to be true. So is EG.
I absolutely agree.
Yes. And if anything, I think older people have better points, right? Because we have more life experience. Like, I'm not going to go to Queeman, who's like 21, who's like all piss and vinegar, like he's just going to fucking rage me out. I get it. Right, but if you're gonna come to me, I'm gonna give you a very well balanced take on things. because that's just how I am. Like, we're too old to be getting caught up in the bullshit. But with
Don't
that
say
also,
too old. You have experience.
yeah. But another thing is too, Phallic, is that a lot of people feel like if you're older and you talk about drama, that you're kind of like desperately grabbing onto your youth, right? Which I don't think is true at all. I think that I think that people are typically drawn into this stuff in the first place because it's interesting, right? Everybody's been in an argument before. Everybody wants to know whose opinions or make more sense to them, and a lot of times they'll go to streamers to get those opinions. Correct?
Right. I feel thank you for the cue too.
Yeah.
Um I feel like people typically it's a younger audience that's going to criticize somebody older getting involved in drama. But for me, the getting involved in like little like going down rabbit holes of internet drama and or watching the drama unfold is kind of like candy for me because I watch so much. I watch like congressional hearings, I watch politics, I watch so much of that stuff in my daily life that sometimes I just don't want I want to turn my brain off and just like see what people are doing on the internet. It's sort of the similar feeling of watching body cams and watching people just, make a fool of themselves. It's like this is just relaxing almost because I'm so tense with what I follow online and that stuff gets me angry. I just wanna just be I wanna laugh at people.
Yeah,
So
exactly, and that's what it comes down to. Is you want to be able to laugh at people. That's why, like, whenever Blue Jay comes in, she puts the popcorn like emote because she's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about some silliness that goes on today," and I think that's absolutely 100% true. I think that's why this is fun to do, and I think and it's also something that is easy engagement. People love to hear what your opinion is on shit. So, I remember one time though. I think back in the early days, I think we rated Deorio. It was before I met Nerd City and stuff, and he didn't even notice that we fucking rated him. That's how big his audience is compared to mine. But again, I don't think audience matters on how big or how important what you have to say is, and this is why I like Chud. Chud will watch a video from a creator that has 50 subs, and because if the information's good, he doesn't care where it came from. And that's what I always liked about him, is that he doesn't prioritize the value that someone has by the numbers that they have, and I think that that's awesome. And that's why I've always kind of liked Chud. I had to actually stop watching Chud because like we always would I'd always have the same opinion as him. So whenever he would cover a drama, I'd find myself starting to regurgitate some of the stuff he said, and I didn't want to do that. Right? I don't want to go to other creators for my opinions. Like I think I was watching Beckett the other day talk about this, and he said that he would go to other creators and ask them for what they thought. And I don't want to do that. Why don't you think I want to do that, Phallic?
well, because it's just redundant and it's not transformative for the content in itself. So we want to find like the original content and give our own opinions. I think it also came that way with Bose. Where it was like we watched a couple of her videos and you were like, I'm just saying the same thing she is.
Yeah.
Like we have exactly the same opinions. This isn't really for your sort of content. You want to be the focus of it. It's your content.
Yeah. Plus, I don't.
So
Yeah, and again, I think what you said there is right. I want it to be my own opinion. I don't want another creator to tell me whether or not I'm wrong or right. If I'm wrong, I want to find out from everybody telling me they think I'm wrong. I don't want to be force fed my opinions. That's not me, is it? That's me just saying someone else's opinions. That's not authentic thought. And I do get all my opinions from my bottoming partners. You're right. You're right. All right. Anyway, this is a long video. Let's get into it. I'm gonna turn it on to 1.25 because if we don't, we'll never get finished with this. But luckily, Little Lately's not here today, so I can go a little later if I need to. I'm sure I owe you guys a couple hours of extra content anyway, so just from the donos alone. So anyway, let's get into it. Why I hate Child Logic, Nick Deorio's response. We're gonna be fair, all right, regardless of the fact that we dislike Nick. And we think that Nick kind of is an emotional little baby. I'm going to try to go into this and be as fair as possible. Right, Phallic? You're going to be fair too, right?
I promised that I would behave.
Okay. I guess behavior is all I could ask for.
months
Oh,
and
okay,
months, okay? Hasn't wanted to be
Wait, can you hear that?
No, I cannot.
What
Maybe I
about
have
through?
the.
What about through the stream? Can you hear it through the stream? Like
Try again.
kind of clear of that with me, has tried to act like he's still my mate, and then at the first
Can you hear that?
It's very quiet. Yeah, it's very quiet. Let me see if oh no, that's Max. Stream a tune string. That help?
opportunity, when he thinks I'm not going to respond,
How's that?
Nope. It's still not coming through. But I do have the stream volume on.
Because I know that we've done this before, and you've had trouble with being able to hear it. I think I can probably share just the window itself to you. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, we have to do this, or else she's gonna be late. She's gonna be delayed, and she won't be able to chime in with like her opinions and stuff. So let me stop this one here, and then I'm going to just share this one to you. No, you should be able to hear this one here.
okay, and comes out with a fucking...
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. All right, cool. All right, let's get into it.
stream segment talking about me. Dude, it's almost like the second I'm getting on the plane, right? This sweaty is like, oh, time to go live and talk about Chud, and he probably won't respond.
Okay, so just pointing out right off the bat right there. So Chud makes the claim that Nick waited for him to go on vacation before he attacked and started talking shit on him. But this has been something they used to be close friends, right? Nick looked up to Chud, thought Chud was like a smart guy, and so they were kind of like, a lot of people joked that like Nick and Chud, like Nick was the American version of Chud and Chud's like the British version of Nick or whatever, because they're both like chubbers. Actually, I don't know how big Chud is in person, but he seems like a big boy. So they both kind of have similar takes and stuff, but this falling out happens because Nick cannot keep friends to save his life.
Hi, let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday we did have some internet problems and our stream wasn't started until 7:30. I wasn't sure if we were going to do this segment. I went back and forth on it for a while. I didn't really think I needed to do one, to be honest.
Also, could I just add, I hate the fucking Wiggler, dude. I think the Wiggler is so stupid. Like, why does he have to have like a dancing kid? Is that just so that he can claim fair use?
No, I don't think and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Deorio really likes being on camera.
Well, I can't imagine why. Not exactly. Like, we don't make fun of people's looks here, but you know.
No, we don't.
Just look at the. Look at the thumbnail. All right. I think you'll figure out real quickly why he doesn't like being on camera.
And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to want to be on camera, but I think it's really distracting.
Yeah, like you got this freaking little cartoon thing wiggling like crazy in the bottom corner while I'm trying to like watch.
And it doesn't even look good.
No, it doesn't. And the Rangers suck. Go Flyers.
Because most people pretty much already agree with me. Before we get started.
Okay, that's a lie. Pretty much everybody already agrees with him, is what he says right there in the beginning. Just listen again. This is like a cunning little tactic that this guy likes to do, to try to make it seem like everybody's on his side. From what I understood is I saw Gokunar do a video on this. He didn't agree with him. Maybe he's just talking about his inner circle. He blocks anybody who has a different opinion. So I guess I can understand why he thinks everybody agrees with him. But I could flat out tell you right now, no, that is not the case. Not a lot of people agree with Nick in this situation. It's like a VTuber. It is, but yeah, it's like a half-assed VTuber.
I want to establish a couple of ground rules. Don't feel compelled to donate tonight because there's no notifications, and because I'm trying to do a show here, and I'll be reading all donations after tomorrow's live stream. So donations are on back burner for tonight. This is a single segment, no introduction, no second segment. We're just gonna go through this from start to finish, and I'm gonna give you my side of the story. Now, I watched Chud Logic's little crybaby response, the 2-hour version, and I commend DK editing because he worked really hard to condense that shit down to 40 minutes. You know how?
All right, I gotta slow him down. I think it's too fast. I need to be able to hear Nick. I guess Nick already talks super fast. So we'll just have to listen for the best, I guess. I heard EG doesn't like Nick's avatar because it's sexier than his AI figure that he sometimes uses on. Listen, my avatar is gorgeous. Okay, it's got my tattoos and everything. This is just a stupid little thing that wiggles in the bottom corner.
How much
it doesn't even respond to his voice. It like, it's just wiggling.
Yeah, it don't got like its mouth doesn't open. It's not. It's just so many streamers use this too, and I fucking hate it. It makes no sense to me. Just put yourself on camera in the corner. Like sometimes I don't want to be on camera either, but it's the very minimal you can do. You know.
Bullshit coping and seething at his own chat that he had to remove to even make it somewhat watchable. It's still not very watchable, but it's better than the version that I actually reviewed for this segment because I went back to the original one. Anyways, Chud Logic upload.
So is this a repost? Yeah, it's a repost from a stream. So he had to edit his too, and I think he sped up his talking, which is why it was too fast when I put it at 1.25. Thankfully, the wiggling little cartoon boy is hiding this behind the chat on my big. Yeah, good. I'm happy. I should put myself in front of the wiggler, just because it's fucking obnoxious. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, we're gonna hide the wiggler because he's obnoxious. Nobody got time for the wiggle. What is this? Oh, there we go. All fixed now, guys. I did it. I fixed it for you.
Uploaded this video about me today. Well, yeah, last night actually. I think he expected me to respond to this or not respond to this, but it was interestingly timed or whatever because I was about to go live. This is the response to the Chud claims from his stream segment. I'm going to take you through it right now because actually I think you're all aware of this. He released my DMs. Fair play, fine. I've released DMs before.
You've released every DM ever. Let's just be clear. Nick Deorio has released every DM ever. Okay, anytime he's ever gotten in any type of argument with anybody, he releases DMs, okay? It's like his go-to move. So the fact that he's like saying, he knows he can't say shit about it. He can't say nothing about it. And I think Chud knew this too. Chud's not the type to do DMs, but I think he's playing by Nick's rules, you know? No, I don't believe he speeds up his voice. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just like bam, bam. Maybe he just cuts out any space at all. But I don't know. It feels fast to me.
I'm not going to go and fucking go postal and say, oh, it's super fucked up that you're leaking DMs, the golden rule, man. But what I am going to do is explore these DMs because it was really fucking stupid that he put them out. So let's review what Chud Logic has released, and I'll get into why this is significant periodically throughout the little presentation I'm going to do with you. We're going to come back to the screenshot a lot. So you can see here on February 1st, I wrote yo, and then on the 14th of January 2nd,
Also, why does he have like a million friggin' tabs open at the top here? I don't think you guys can see it on stream, but let's count them. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 tabs open. Why? And a chat GBT thing.
I do have an opinion on that.
What's your opinion on that?
I've seen several streamers do this, and I'm going to burn in hell for defending Oreo. It's just kind of a way to keep your queue going for longer. So if you know the order in which you want to address things, you can organize your tabs and pull them up and delete them. It's kind of what I do a mini version of Hot Topics for. But a streamer I really respect, Donut Operator, does the same thing. He has like a 20 tabs up, you know?
All right. Well, I like that you're being fair. Okay, that's a good start, Phallic. We fair here, right? Because if we just shit on the Deorio the whole time, no one's gonna believe us, and we're just gonna come off as haters, and we don't want to do that, right? We could dislike the man, but take the war for what it is, or the battle for what it is, fairly.
Yes.
I'm numbering this wrong because he's European. On January 2nd, I wrote yo. And on January 14th, I wrote, hey, I just saw a clip of you saying that I don't like you anymore, but you haven't answered any DMs from me since September, LMAO. I did try to keep comms open. Now, the context to this will become more apparent as we proceed, but this is how it was presented in his stream. Then Chud Logic says, and I swear to God, he chose to release this on his own. For the brief moment while we're looking at DMs, I'm going to cover that because it's blocking the stuff. Hey, man. Yeah. I've had a lot on.
Okay. I pointed this out before in a video, in my Nerd City video. Nick gives the most bullshit interpretations for people's words. There is no fucking way I believe that Chud Logic has ever spoken like that in my life. But yet Nick gives him the most like bad faith interpretation of how he reads things. And you're going to notice this, that this is like Nick's go-to move. In order to change the narrative or to make the narrative suit him better, he pretends that whatever someone says to him is like the most egregious, sad thing that he's ever heard in his life. When in reality, there's no way that you've ever heard Chud speak like this in history. It's just Nick changing the narrative and trying to portray whoever he's beefing with at the time that they're like some wimpy little guy. Because watch when he reads his stuff. The tone totally changes. This is like a classic Nick Deorio tactic here.
Honestly, it's difficult to even know what the deal is. We've gone our separate ways in many ways, and obviously it does feel a bit shit that no one really likes me anymore from the...
Yeah. This has been something that everybody's pointed out that has reacted to this. Just how sad like this desperate move is. I'd imagine it was probably like more like, hi man, yeah, you know, we've got a lot, honestly. It's different, you know, what the deal is. We've gone our separate ways in many ways. And obviously I don't feel like, you know, it does feel a bit shit that no one really likes me in the commentary anymore. I do probably have issues with some of your coverage, but but no, that's not what you get from Nick. You get, hey man. Yeah,
borderline tears.
I've had, honestly, it's difficult to know what the deal is. It's like, shut the fuck up, Nick. Nobody believes that for a second. Okay, I lie. His audience believes that. Okay, his audience probably thinks that this is actually how Chud speaks in real life. But I think maybe this could also be like a let from Nick in showing how he reads this shit to make himself feel better about what's happening, you know?
Oh, like his internal monologue, like how he's reading this message.
Yeah. It could explain why he can't keep any friends because, you know, he just takes everything in such bad faith, too. So, and I just want to be very clear, okay? I know there's a lot of big creators that I'm huge fans of that are friends with Nick. Wavy Web Surf's one, Justin Wang's one. These people, like Nick's very connected in the YouTube space, okay? So I want to make it clear that when I shit on Nick, I'm not like shitting on Nick's friends, all right? Because that's the last thing I need. Like, I don't want to ever become bigger and then run into Wavy Web Surf and be like, oh yeah, man. You're like, oh, you're that motherfucker dog shit on my friend Nick. Like, no. All right, okay. Nick deserves this. All right, Nick deserves the shit he's getting for this because it's absolutely egregious, bad faith. And if the one thing that we care about here is the fucking truth, this ain't it. All right, this is not it. I think that's fair, right?
Absolutely, and I had no idea that Wavy was friends with Nicholas Deorio, which is crazy because Wavy's still in Dapcord.
Well, I think he's friends with Nerd too. I mean, Wavy seems like a type of guy who's very nice and just wants to be friends with everybody.
He is a nice guy, yeah,
and that's why I like Wavy, right? But I'm also trying not to like burn every bridge I could possibly ever make in the future if I get bigger by going after Mr. Deorio here. And a lot of people have said that Nick is a nice guy behind the scenes, but I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, there is a bit of a suspension between who you are online versus who you are behind the scenes. For all I know, I could run into Nick at a con and he'll be like the nicest guy I've ever met. However, the way that I don't have that experience to use, right? I only have what is in front of me and what he's doing here, right? Like, again, I've told you guys, the only reason I can even tell you guys how nice Nerd City is because I've spoken with him for hours and hours before. He literally is like a very, very nice person. He could be a bit eccentric sometimes, but I think that's what makes his videos so great is that eccentric side of him. And so again, I will be fair with that Nick could be a nice guy behind the scenes. I like the fact that he still works and doesn't just rely on his streaming income. I think that's a plus towards his character. But at the same time, I do think that this guy, I would not, he's untrustworthy at the end of the day. He's just untrustworthy. Which is weird because everybody always says that he has so much credibility. I don't personally get it. I don't know where anybody...
He's watching... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. What were you going to say?
He's watching all of us, Raji.
Who is?
You, because you're staring at the chat box.
Oh, yeah. No, Oh, am I? Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. I'm watching something. Yeah, I'm watching all this shit go up and down, all right? You better watch what you say. All right, let's keep going. We got so much to get through. Oh, shit. This is going to be long.
Commentary community space. I do probably have some issues with some of your coverage, but I don't want to keep talking about EHD. And honestly, I've appreciated the things that you've done for me. So I make these snarky jabs from time to time just to signal to you that I disagree. But
do you think Nick is homosexual?
I'm not sure.
I think he is. I think he just hasn't
I mean,
come out and said it yet.
It wouldn't really matter one way or another. It wouldn't affect my decision. Because and speaking on what you were talking about earlier with the oh, they can be really nice behind the scenes. I really don't typically want to communicate with somebody that's willing to throw me under the bus publicly and then be like, no, but we're still friends. Like, this is all for money or views, or, we can boost each other up by having drama.
Yeah. No, I do not want to bottom with Deorio. All right, stop. It's not why I was asking to be homosexual. I'm not hoping for. I'm very happy. I'm just saying, like, you've never really seen him with a woman, right? The way he's reading this is giving very homoeroticism, right? Like he's almost had a crush on Chud. Like he's almost making Chud look feminine here. So I'm wondering if maybe he is like secretly having some kind of romantic feelings towards him. Or else why would he make him sound so feminine, right? We all know Chud doesn't sound like that. Pretty sure Nick has a girlfriend.
She must be a tough cookie.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta see proof. Did he say this? Did he say this?
But I don't want to blow up what little bridge we have left by going full schizo mode, attacking you. I guess I feel estranged. Which I thought was really weird because I said, hey man, you just went on stream and told everybody that I don't like you because you're friends with Queeman. And you've ghosted me since September, so that's kind of odd. But thank you for the random glaze, I guess, and you feeling peepo sad about it. So
remember that girl from the Turkey Tom drama tried to out his girlfriend? Tried to out Nick's girlfriend? I mean, I guess so. But I know that Nick's friends are like Turkey Tom and all, and it's whatever. But I don't know. I don't think that disliking someone should exclude you from being friendly with anybody else. I don't know. I've never felt that way about most things though. So, but I know that these people run very like wolf packy, so who knows what's gonna happen. But look, it'd be so much easier for me to sit here and glaze Nick and hope that Nick would give me like a shout out or something to try to help grow my channel, but I can't live like that, bro. That's not how I fucking roll, dude. No way. If you act like a douche online, I'm telling everybody you're being a douche, and right now he's being a douche online. Let's keep going.
I wrote back, just to be perfectly transparent with you, the conversation here soured my perception of you. I have many friends in the online ecosystem that I disagree with, or who make different content than me. That was never my issue. Despite this, I did attempt to keep the bridge open regardless. So then, I didn't really respond to him. So he gets like more and more desperate as I don't respond to him. It starts off with him saying, so yeah, I mean, that backs up my feeling of, being estranged. It's all good. I'm not mad.
Wait a minute. What's he getting desperate about? Look, so Nick posts this at 10:37. Chud responds at 10:39. So how is this him not responding to him? And why is he getting desperate in 2 minutes? That makes no sense whatsoever. What are we, in kindergarten? You can't be friends with whoever? Yeah, it's stupid. I agree. But this is the reality of the situation, Tina. I'm telling you, I've been in this content game now for like 2 years, and it can get very weird as far as like very mean girly. It's very mean girl. It's like a whole high school of people. So it's definitely real. But I don't, right there, that's a blatant lie. He said I didn't really respond. 10:37 to 10:39. That's not enough time for Chud to make that assumption that this is all, like, oh my God, Nick's not answering. I better comment again. Like I have no idea what this desperation is that he's talking about. All right, I gotta stop trying to talk so much.
Or anything. Well, things change and people do different things. And at this point, I still haven't responded. And how long was this? Was this like 10 minutes? Then he writes, let's
10 minutes? Sorry, I couldn't help it. 10 minutes. That is a long time to Nick. Oh my God, he's probably going nuts. I didn't respond in 10 minutes. I'm not saying you can't be friends with a person. I'm just saying I'm gonna look at you sideways if you're friends with a freak. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair though. Fair.
Yeah, clearly not friends with any parents.
What again? 10 minutes. That's such a weird thing to say. Like, Phallic, if I didn't respond to you in 10 minutes, would you lose your shit?
Absolutely not. I would be like, he's busy with work or the kid, or he's doing something around the house, or even he's taking some time for himself. Like
I've gone days without responding to you. You've never gotten upset. Like that's because Phallic is stable minded. Like either this or Nick.
I'm
believes,
not so internet minded.
Yeah, either that or Nick feels like Nick has a huge ego, a massive fucking ego. So I wonder if he's like, oh, I'll wait 10 minutes. We'll make him sweat a little bit. Or he's just desperately trying to create this narrative that just doesn't exist right now.
listen, man, not everything has to be some catastrophic breakdown. I know you're used to that. I'm just like, yeah, man, good luck. Whatever you're doing over there, good luck with whatever you're doing over there. Fine. Cool. No problem. The interesting thing about
oh my God, it's so hard because I can comment on literally every single thing this guy does. His formula is so obvious. Notice how he takes what Chud says is completely chaos, but what he says is very very calm, cool, and collected. Like, yeah, man, good luck with whatever you're doing over there. I don't imagine that Nick said it like that. I feel like he was probably like, yeah, man, good luck with whatever you're doing over there. You see how easy it is to change the meaning of how something is said if you just act like a little girl about it? Like, I don't get it.
Well, yeah, and he's also not giving space for what he's saying to the response to Chud, right? Because Chud had a disagreement with Nick. Nick is like, "Oh, we can have disagreements." And I have other content creators in the space that I have had disagreements with before, but this one takes the cake, buddy.
I think it's because first off, he needs to desperately sell this idea that Chud is like some fucked up guy. And I am sorry that the YouTube chat didn't work. I'll never let that happen again, Blue Jay. Again, though, it's so strange that he's reaching so hard to try to paint this in some kind of way that it's not. Even Go Kunaro said, like, why is he talking like this? That's because that's what Nick does. Nick talks like this about any time he's ever had a drama with anybody. He gives them the most bad faith, like, attitude and energy that you could possibly give someone to try to make himself look better. And it works because the people who listen to him blindly just agree that must be how it was said because Nick's telling them. It's really sad, honestly. It's really and very strange, to be honest. Like, if you're somebody who cares about the truth, you would never in a million years try to portray something like this. All right, we're going to next time he gets to a page, we're going to let him finish the whole thing, and then we will comment, okay? I'm going to try my hardest. Okay, we have so much to get through, and I've already stopped so many times.
How Chud leaked these DMs is because it was very apparent to me while I was watching his stream that he didn't really want me to. Well, he didn't really want to, rather.
After that stream, and I've archived it already. I've already archived it.
His chat, like, bullied him into leaking these DMs, which is, it's really awkward.
I don't know why people are acting like I've got to fucking archive everything. It's fine.
At one point, he says my word is my bond, which, again, I don't care if you're leaking my DMs, but I don't know why you leak DMs where I look normal.
Why is everyone freaking out? Relax. Relax. Relax, bro. Relax. Why do people want to see the DMs so much?
Why do they want to see the DMs so much?
Why do people want to see the DMs?
Keep in mind, he's got these archived. That's why my new profile picture is in them.
I don't understand, dude. It's not that fucking deep, bro. It's not that fucking deep, bro. But yes, it felt very much. It felt very much like...
Like, you want to call this guy a chat slave? You can, because just watch.
You know, like, this is going to be the constant flow with Nick. It's that I'm going to make some comment on stream, okay? It's like I'm going to make some comment on stream, and he's going to come angrily to me privately with...
Put a pin in that one as well.
And have a private conversation, resolve it, but nothing's really resolved. And there's still this underlying tension.
Apparently, I run to him every time he says something about me on stream, and then we resolve it privately?
And those messages were the first time that I realised he'd had this problem with me about this and how it happened afterwards.
So this narrative is very interesting. I do want to establish this early. Chud Logic wants you...
Okay, so he's actually admitting that he wants to establish the narrative. Because that's all he has at this moment, is in the narrative. Also, I don't buy for a second that Chud didn't want to show those messages. Chud likes to play with his chat. It's just how he is. It's always been his thing, playing with his chat. Like, a lot of people say you're a chat slave. Like, I talk to you guys, like, but there's only like 10 of you in here. So I try to make sure that your comments and your chats are read. If I'm trying to like really focus on a story, sometimes I won't pay attention to the chat, but I read every single one you have. But like, there's no way that Chud had no plan on showing these. He probably knew well ahead of time, but he wanted his chat to beg for it, is where I'm getting at. It's like, everything is a bit to Chud. He loves doing bits.
The viewer to believe that he knew he was estranged for 6 consecutive months and knew something was wrong, but he was entirely caught off guard when I told him that there was something wrong. How can those two things both be true?
For months. For fucking months, dude. So, yes, I was estranged. I was estranged. None of the other commentary guys...
Why does he keep making these girly sounds? Why is he...
I'm so have so many opinions on this man.
Why do I just don't like, where in his mind did he think going, was it gonna make him look cool? I don't get it.
I don't know, maybe he thinks he's Sherlock Holmes or something.
Look, you look at
Because
Chud.
Chud is saying exactly...
Go ahead, you can finish your thought.
Chud is saying exactly what he said in the DMs. He's expressing like, oh, something's wrong here, something is off. And Nicholas oh, you know what? Oreo in his response in the DMs is like, yeah, something is wrong. It's about time you figure this out. And I've had disagreements with other people before, but not like you. I hate you especially. It's the same kind of stuff that he threw at Nerd. And
which he
yeah,
tried to be friends with Nerd again. Like, he tried to come around and like be like, can we be friends? Like, can we let all that go? And Nerd was like, absolutely fucking not, dude. like you tried to publicly like shame a video I worked my ass off on. And which, when it's so funny because when you go back and watch all that shit with him in Nerd City, he starts off being like, Nerd made a really great video. Like, but this is where I have disagreements. And then out of nowhere, and like Nerd wasn't like mad or anything yet at that point. It wasn't until he went on Tommy C and like Tommy C acted like a fucking jackass that all of a sudden, like, that's when all of a sudden Nick went in on him and started calling him like a pussy or whatever he started saying about him. So it wasn't until like Nerd was like, no, dude, like, I don't know what you're trying to get at here, that all of a sudden Nick was like, oh my God, now I'm really going to go after you. It's like, why? Because Nick saw that he got a little attention from it. Same fucking thing that's happening with this Purple Perry guy. He gets a little attention from it. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, I got to really go in hard. And that's where that's why Nick has such a reputation of being such a like piece of like dog turd in like the realm of commentary, and why like so many people dislike him is because the second you do anything to upset him, like he's the fucking Don or something, or the Godfather, he will come and try to crucify your career. It's really honestly insane, you know. And I was pretty when I did my original Nerd City thing, I was trying to point out, like, you know, I agree with a lot of what Nick says. And Nick, for the most part, like, when he's not being a douchebag and he's like, he makes a lot of sense about a lot of things. It's when he gets to this emotional mess that he's in right now that all of a sudden, like, you just see all the cracks in the armor and just how, like, weak and sensitive he actually is. Because he just absolutely goes flying off the handle, starts painting narratives that don't exist just to try to, like, make himself try to look better in any way he possibly can. It's insane. And you don't see it until he gets into situations like this. I'm going to make a challenge to the chat right now. If you could find one thing that, aside from him going too early on the Turkey Tom thing, which people unanimously agree that Chud was probably went way too early, calling everything a big sweep or whatever. Aside from that, I want you guys to try to search desperately through this entire video one thing that Nick exposes about Chud. Okay? Please, let's be honest here. Who even is the commentary community anymore? Most of those people have left and done other things. Yeah, and I can understand why, right? Because nobody wants to be like surrounded by this drama constantly. Like it's exhausting, right? Because then you have different people in your ear for so many times. Like if it wasn't for the fact that I still stream, I probably wouldn't do any drama at all. I would probably just simply focus on true crime or focus on, because like it's easier. Your life is 10 times easier when you're not inserting yourself in all these dramas. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I like talking about it, so whatever, fuck.
Much like me anymore. And Nicholas had had this issue with me for months that he hadn't really expressed and just hadn't really kind of been honest about.
So now, again, I hadn't expressed these issues. I hadn't been honest about these issues. I thought you ghosted me since September. Well, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get there. I'm sorry.
So yeah, it was just this kind of unending underlying tension that was just kind of like unresolved. Wonder why? Well, because he felt, well, you know, I don't know, dude. I don't know, because I didn't want to talk privately or something. I said I'd wanted to talk privately and never followed it up with him about this clip and about this.
Wait, hold on. So I didn't tell you there was anything wrong, but you offered a conversation with me and you never followed up on it, and you were surprised that I was not happy with you for a while about, oh, that's a fucking weird one too.
Okay, that's a sensitive thing like a girl does, right? Like if you're like, yeah, we could totally sit down and talk about this, honey. And then if you don't follow up with her, like she gets really upset. Like you said, you're gonna have a conversation. This is like very female. No offense to the ladies in the audience, but like tell me, like if you had a boyfriend, right, and you guys had like an underlying issue, and he was like, yeah, we'll talk about this, and he was like, and then he didn't. That would probably drive you nuts, wouldn't it? Alec, feel free to jump in. Or she might have walked away. She got her kid there. But like, I mean, I've had girlfriends that have done this to me, right? But that just shows that Nick is like the female in this situation and Chud's like the male. Like he's very laid back, like very simple about it. But Nick's like, oh my God, you didn't read between the lines. You had no idea what I was trying to tell you. How dare you? How dare you? Why don't they just ignore each other and do their content? Because they can't. Well, first off, this is both good for both of them to get this drama. It's both views, right? So they're obviously going to use this to their advantage. So, you know. Go ahead, pal. Oh, she walked away again. All right.
Oh, what is that about?
I've got Kid Chaos. Sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Where were we at?
I was saying like that Nick, he's definitely coming off as like the female, like the scorned ex-lover in this situation. Is where Chud's just like, I don't fucking know what's even going on, dude.
Right. Yeah. Chud's sort of more exasperated, and Nick is like wounded. That's how he's portraying his argument, is like, I'm a victim and not the person in the authoritative I'm right situation. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
Yeah. He's very hurt. He's very hurt. That's what I'm getting from Nick, is where Chud's like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. And yes, E-Shift, I know I'm picking on the ladies and 90% of them are female, but I can only speak from my perspective. I can't speak on behalf of the ladies part. I just know that I've been in relationships before where I've had women who like acted like Nick is acting right now.
Shit that happened around it.
That's a weird admission.
I'm malicious. What do you mean? How am I being malicious? What do you What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean? What is malicious here? Me responding to Nicholas, waiting till I go on holiday to say a bunch of crazy shit about me, to make out like I'm an I'm Alex type bigger, and then I'm responding to it, or me saying, well, hey, here's a bit of a background of how this came to be. How is that malicious, bro?
Chud, you got to keep up the actual topic here. Stop fighting with the chat. I'm trying to get to a point.
Don't kick my butt. I'm sorry, Blue Jay. Okay. I'll make Nick the. Do you want me to make Nick the male and make Chud the? Because Chud seems so much cooler right now.
Dude, this idea that I'm some fucking snake. This idea.
I gotta fast forward through the coping. Can we get to the point where he starts showing the DMs?
My word is my bond. Okay. My word is my bond. You guys just want to see DMs. You know.
Look, okay, Chud does not mean that. He's doing a bit. My word is my bond is basically him saying, why can't you just trust me? Why can't you just trust me? Y'all know I wouldn't lie to you. But really, in the back of his mind, he knows already. He's made a decision. He's going to show these DMs. But he's just playing with his chat a little bit. Half the time Chud does this, it's all bits. I don't do enough bits in this. I mean, the only bit I do is the bottom bit at this point. But we need to do more bits over here. I need to fuck with you guys way more than I do, because it is a lot more fun, I think. But either Nick cannot think critically enough to realize that it's a bit, or he just doesn't want to realize it's a bit, because then it affects the narrative that he's painted in his head so thoroughly.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that would ruin his reality if he realized that this was all a bit. But us looking from the outside in, it's obvious that it's a bit. And anybody who's ever watched Chud knows that he's just playing around right now.
I need to see them, bro.
Why does Chud Logic not want to show his DMs with me?
Oh, stop. There's nobody in a million years who thinks he doesn't want to show his DMs. If he didn't want to show the DMs, he wouldn't have shown the DMs, Mr. Deorio.
Why would he not want to show his... This is so weird.
See them.
We saw them. They were really damning. He didn't want to show them. Better question is, when you were in Vietnam and I was supposedly plotting against you, why didn't I redact them? Unless I wanted you to have them.
Nicholas is going to...
Oh, God. There's no way. There's no way that he thinks that he's got that much control over this situation. I wanted you to have these DMs. I knew you were going to leak them. Shut the fuck up, dude.
The ego.
Yeah. You all are just puppets in my fingers and I'm twirling the strings, baby. No way. No fucking... You don't think that far. I think part of him just either doesn't care, or the other part... No, he definitely cares. Okay, I lied. There's no way he doesn't care. I think part of him thinks that, like, you know, those DMs didn't really make him look that bad. Plus, he needed to show when he reads them just how sissy Chud is when he does his little girly voice and how awesome he is. I don't watch Chud anymore because his streams are way too long. Yeah, they're 8 hours. I mean, he's a workhorse, dude. He's a workhorse. But I think the only reason Nick even watched Chud in the first place is because Nick would be at work and he would probably just listen to Chud so he could find out all the drama that was going on. Because, like, Chud does his streams in the afternoon and Nick worked during the day. So it's pretty obvious. Like, he's in New York. But it just makes more sense that that's the same thing that happened to me. I listen to Chud during the morning, but now I just listen to other stuff that I can find for the stream because we're not like so drama centric anymore.
Going to show them. Okay, fine, I'll show it. Fuck it, I'll show it. Fuck you, Nicholas Deorio.
So there it is. Chud gets bullied into showing...
Balak, do you feel like that was him being bullied?
Absolutely not. He already had it prepared.
Yeah, look how fast he clicked it up. But Nick is still running with this idea that Chud got bullied into it. Why would he have it already ready to go in a nicely little formed, cutout? Look, it's in a fucking file. It's in a file already ready to go. But somehow Nick feels like it's not like Chud just pulled up his Discord. This is a file that he already had sitting there.
Yeah.
But Nick is still... See, the saddest part is that there's people out there that are still going to believe that Nick had, like, this all planned. And Nick's a mastermind. Nick is flying by the seat of his pants.
All the strings.
What's that?
He's pulling all the strings.
Oh, he's pulling... You're right. We're all just puppets in his game. He's the master. Nobody could fuck with him. If Nerd City put out a video on Nick Deorio, he would cripple his career. The only reason he doesn't is because he just doesn't want to give Nick the satisfaction. But if a Nerd City put together like one of his hit pieces, like he's done, there is no shot that Nick would survive that. I truly believe that. But I just...
Yeah, I have... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just feel like Nerd probably feels like he has much more important topics he wants to cover than Deorio.
Yeah, and I still have like a bunch of information on Augie RFC, Nicholas Deorio, a little bit on Gokanaru, and some of like there was a little bit of Turkey Tom joining in with the gang on Nerd. It wasn't as egregious, but it was there. I still have all that information in a folder on my computer, and one day I'll be brave enough to make a video.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could definitely put together something to defend Nerd, but I just feel like at this point, he doesn't want any more attention, like, drawn on it. Right now, like, I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about it. I don't want to, like, just rehash everything, but it is completely unfair. If he ever gave me the go sign, like, I would absolutely step up and make a epic video showing how fucked up it was and how horrible he was treated for no reason other than he pissed off the wrong guy. Do you think Chud strokes at how much he manipulates these idiots? Yeah, I think that Chud does think his chat's full of morons. I'll be honest. I do. I do. It's like a bunch of mean people. That's who follows like Chud. It's like his chat's very cruel. Like when I was on when he covered one of my videos, they were all, well, actually they weren't that bad to me. But when I know when I went into Aiden's stream and I debated him, they all were calling me like retarded and stuff and saying I didn't know anything that was going on. When in reality, it was Aiden that didn't know the meaning of a word. But I didn't have the dictionary on me at the time to prove him wrong. And plus, I was just like, I'm like, oh, I was trying to be kind because I was over on someone else's stream. But, you know, it's pointless. Like, these people just hate anybody they don't know. Oh, you're a new person? Fuck you, dude. You're retarded until we tell you otherwise. Aiden, no, not Aiden Ross. Now, if I was on Aiden Ross streams, I'd probably be a lot bigger than I am right now. Aiden Underground, not nearly as important.
My DMs. And those are the ones we just saw here. Now, I did notice that eagle-eyed viewers pointed out that the messages that Nick said ruined his perception of Chud were actually not one of the ones that were included in the leak. And until it's released, Chud's acting like Tom's accusers, selectively releasing DMs. And that would be fucking damning. If Chud selectively released DMs, that would be pretty fucking bad. Now, Corn Toasty did say, to be fair, the way it's worded sounds like this conversation reference might have been in a Discord call and not text messages. So even though this is all a terrible look for Chud, there might not be any other relevant texts, which is a good point. That is a possibility because he's referencing something here, but there's no way that like this message that's highlighted in yellow is accessible to Chud logic.
Look at this. Okay, I want to read this for you, right? So Nick is sitting here saying that Chud was desperate, right? For a 10-minute wait time for Nick to respond. But look at this. At 3:04 a.m. on January 2nd, he writes, yo. Chud doesn't even respond. It's not until 12 days later that Nick also adds, I just saw a clip of you saying I don't like you anymore, but you haven't answered a DM for me since September. I did try to keep comms open. So who really made the other wait? If this already looks like Chud was like, I don't want to fucking deal with Deorio and all the drama that comes along with being his friend. That's where I'm getting this at. And yet Chud was the desperate one. Because you go from yo to I just saw a clip of you saying I don't like you anymore, but I've been trying to keep I've been trying to answer you a DM since me in September. I did try to keep comms open. Like, you see how easy it is to manipulate the way someone sounds and make them sound like such a pissy. Oh my God, I'm losing brain cells still watching this. I'll be honest. Anyway, let's keep going. This is easy. This is easy walking right here, guys. This is low IQ shit. Enjoy.
That he could have shown you the actual context for. So that's what we're going to be going through tonight because it absolutely fucking was there. He just didn't want you to see it. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Idiot whatever.
A main thing that I want to establish with you for the context that you're about to see is my understanding of Chud logic. Back in the day, and you must have seen these rants because I remember them, and this is one example that I'm going to show you from a relevant video. Chud logic would constantly fight with his audience because he felt like we were being pit against each other and he wanted to maintain our friendship. Chud logic lives on an island. It
is true. I will give him that. Okay, Chud's audience wanted him desperately to fight with Nick. Like, this is like unemployment central here. Like, they definitely wanted them to fight because at that point they were friends. And I don't know whether it's because people just disliked Deorio or whatever, but like anytime he would come in Chud's chat, they would instantly try to get Chud to say, like, talk shit on him. We could do a whole stream of EG reading comments in different. I could definitely do that. And I can make like one sentence have like 30 different meanings. But this is true. I'll give Nick this. They definitely wanted them fighting. For sure. For sure. But that's probably because they knew that Chud couldn't give honest, like, responses as long as he was friends with Nick. That's what my genuine opinion is there.
Little audience members go and chase away every single person he's friendly with. They want him to stay on his own little island, make content by himself, and that's just the reality of what Chud Logic's content creation journey is. And
yes, because Chud cannot give his true feelings on something if he's tied to this group of creators that he cannot speak about. Does that make sense? Like, people like Chud because Chud is like super, like, he's very unbiased. Typically, when Chud watches a drama, he'll figure out who's making more sense, and if they're both not, I'll call them both retarded. But Chud tends to try to be as, like, down the middle and principled as possible. But when you're tied to a group of creators, who I'm obviously thinking that Nick saw Chud and goes, we need this guy on our side, because if we don't have Chud talking shit on us, both of us are pretty safe. You know how many careers Chud has started the downfall of? Just from going on and talking about someone and saying how stupid they are? A lot. I wish he built careers, though, because maybe I'd probably be a little bigger. But you know what I mean? Like,
we'll ever...
That's who Chud is. So the minute you take that from him, you're not getting an authentic viewing experience anymore. You're getting a watered-down version that just isn't true. Feel free to chime in when you want to, Falk. I know you're probably doing baby stuff, though, too, so...
Oh, no. I got him...
Go ahead.
Listening to some music right now.
Okay.
But yeah, no. It's in his name. It's Chud Logic. If you try to take a neutral opinion and you're not like super inflamed, which is one of my biggest gripes with Oreo, is it's like he likes to always conflate things or take things out of context. If you're not being very dramatic about it, then your audience isn't going to get as much entertainment. I think that's where Chud kind of is unique and not unique in engaging with his chat and kind of stirring up drama between him and his chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the drama tension is. And it's like, oh, chat. I've seen it also with other streamers like Bionic Pig. He has a very tense relationship with his audience, but they both know it's a joke. The audience knows it's a joke. He knows it's a joke. And then he'll be like, are you guys trying to rage bait me? You know?
Yeah. And
instead of doing it with other creators.
Yeah, he does it. You know, it's one thing to do it with your chat. It's another thing to do it with other creators, for sure. Because the creators are typically not as forgiving as chat is. Like, you see me, like, I'll yell at the chat all the time, and they know that I love them to death and that I'll never, like, actually be genuinely angry with them. But that's why they're allowed to pick on me, because, like, that's just kind of the relationship that we have with each other. It makes it fun, too. Like, keep me on my toes. Keep me mentally sharp, like, with your jabs and stuff, so that we can have fun back and forth. It doesn't seem like Nick has that relationship with his chat. It seems like if anybody does anything, stop with the retard word. How would you feel if your kid was actually mentally retarded? Common. Yeah, I know, but I think that word is kind of taking on its own thing now, Daniel's crew. I don't think that word is going to stop. Sometimes the only way you can really define something is with that word. And I think most people realize now that word is not associated with like actually like autistic kids anymore. It's just a way. It's got its own meaning now. It's got its own meaning.
Well, I mean, my music teacher, weirdly enough, had like a political opinion or a social justice opinion about this. Is retard was used as a slur for people who were slow. If you look at music, when you have a retardando in music, that's the official term for you need to play this slowly. And so it was used as a slur, and I think that it can still be used to describe somebody who is thinking slowly or not being intelligent.
I know it shouldn't,
but yes, it can also be used. I know.
We get it.
And this is coming from people.
Unfortunately, okay, here's the reality of the situation, Daniel's crew, right? If you wanna make a good point and sometimes win over people, sometimes they want to hear you say that word. I don't really get it myself, but sometimes you got to take chances, and sometimes you got to just go out there and say it. And I do feel I completely get what you're saying. I totally do. But at the same time, like, people still use that word. It's not going away anytime soon. I don't think that people equate it to mentally challenged people anymore. They just point it out. It's like used as a word to... It doesn't make it right. I agree, it doesn't make it right. But it's still going to stay here. Sometimes I'm going to say it. These guys say it religiously. I don't say it nearly as much as them. I know I used it in my video that I did today. But again, I just don't see that word going anywhere anytime soon. It's making like a resurgence, honestly. So many people are using that word now. It's like back. It's like, I wish they'd do that with psych. Remember psych, Fala? Psych!
Yeah.
I want that word to come back.
Jinx.
Yeah, jinx. What else? Not. Can we bring that back? Oh, you're so cool. Not.
Yeah, we can bring up.
All right, let's keep going.
As long as he remains audience captured the way that he is. So Chud Logic would go on these rants trying to like reel his audience in because he did not want conflict with me.
Right? But it just feels like at the moment it's anything that goes against Hassan. Anything that goes against Hassan, worthy of support.
Eel became a member. The Cheese Wheel celebrates 10 months of membership. Go off, Chuddy Buddy. FK regarded wars and politics over dirt and religion.
Thank you, Cheese Wheel, for the membership.
So this is the clip.
I'll be honest, Daniel's crew, I probably would still say it, even if Little Lately was mentally challenged. But see, I think that the way that you're using it, Daniel's crew, is almost more offensive than the way that I'm using it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not equating it to people who have a, like Rajira does have a son that's autistic, and she's literally saying retard isn't really about people that, that word is a verb. To retard means to slow down or to delay. I'm just saying, and I get what you're saying. I absolutely agree. But again, I can't help it. Sometimes it's the only way to describe something. It's when I get really amped up, I start using words like that. But I don't typically do. But sometimes it's the only way I can describe like certain things that I'm looking at, and I can't, I also don't want to be like one of those people who like morally like, oh, shame on you for using that word. Like, I'm being realistic about the way that this world works right now. And that is people say messed up stuff and people get angry, and they say things that, need to have some oomph behind it. And unfortunately, that's one of those words to have oomph behind it. Like, if I were to sit here and was like, oh my God, fucking Dick Deorio, this guy's so retarded. Or if I was like, wow, it is a very perplexing situation to me that he is socially inept. Like, which one really delivers the gut punch? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I believe that society's actually progressed a lot in that way, is like we've acknowledged that some people are autistic or on the spectrum, and we use that to describe their handicaps rather than just calling them a retard.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. I will try to use it less though for you, though, Daniel's crew. Okay. I guess I'm newly educated on it. I get it now that then my sons say it, but the way that they are using it. Oh, these guys, yeah. These guys are not the status quo when it comes to that stuff, okay? Like, these guys are very edgy. They are very 2016 YouTube brain still, okay? I do make an effort to not curse a lot. If I'm cursing, it's usually because I'm really amped up. Or if I say like words like that, I'm really amped up. But I do think that a lot of people have changed the way that that word is used now. And my daughter says it, like, like you just said, your sons use it. Like, it's just a word that people use because it has oomph to it. It's like when I don't say the word fuck often. Like, you guys rarely hear me say fuck unless I'm fired up. So if I'm dropping the F-bomb, it's because I am being passionate, and I try to, but if you were just someone who says that word just for the sake of saying it, like Nick does, or sometimes Chud does. Okay, Chud just, I'm flat out there. Chud does use it all the time. Probably more than most people, but sometimes it does lose its meaning. I will agree. Now, if I call someone retarded, I want that to be like, wow, EG doesn't use that word very often. This guy must truly be retarded. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I think about it. But anyway, all right, we got to keep going. But I'm glad that we were able to shed some light onto how the cultural changed around that word. But there was a while, yeah, in like the 2010s especially, where that word was like taboo. Like, if you said it, it was really fucked up. But like as Ruggiero said, it does come off, it's more means slow. It's a verb, meaning this person's slow thinking.
Clip.
No, I'm not bringing up Nicholas Deorio's stream. I'm not making it about any one individual. Okay, I don't fucking care about your gay cam. This is also really. Do you know what? Do you know what? Whilst we're here, I'll also say this as well. I'm so fucking sick of you utter cretins desperately trying to fucking throw a wedge between me and Deorio because he's cocksucking Ethan Klein at the moment. Okay, I fucking have got my issues with it, but you guys are so fucking. You're like raping.
Does he sound like audience captured? Like, is somebody who's audience captured, do they talk to their chat like that?
No.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if I went off on all you guys like that? But he knows he can, because they know that it's kind of like it's a playful bit back and forth between them. We say it as a joke, but they were on the short bus. Well, you know, if they could say it on the short bus, you know, hell yeah. Real Kathy Doyle, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're going over the Deorio Chud's nonsense.
My brain with this shit.
People in his chat are raping his brain to try to get us to fight each other.
Streamer Ricky Live would like to debate you over the Perry video. Okay, well, not right now, but we can definitely set that up. I'd be happy to talk about that.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, let's do it. These colors don't run, baby. Let's get into it, because I definitely think 100% that Brandon had every right to make that video. I don't know who Ricky Live is, though. I'll have to do some research on him. Make sure he's not like somebody who's just coming on to do weird shit. The word dumb means someone that cannot speak, deaf, dumb, and blind.
Each other, and he doesn't like that?
Fucking unbelievable, dude. If you've got a problem with what Nicholas is saying, that's between you and Nicholas. If you've got a problem with something that Queeman is saying, that is between you and Queeman. I'm talking broadly about the issues that exist that I've noticed.
Can someone drop the Discord link for Real Kathy Doyle? Oh, he's a parry orbiter. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense now. Oh my god, being a can you imagine being a parry orbiter, dude? Where did you go wrong in life? But again, I'm
you
open.
have to listen to the same. Okay.
I'm open. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you have to listen to him say the same thing 3 times.
Yeah.
The thing is unplugged. It's unplugged. It's unplugged.
Yeah, I have a rule. He cannot repeat himself 30 times when he says something. Okay, I just want to be clear about that. A parry orbiter. I feel like the guy's just gonna come in and be like, "You fucking stupid. Look, your stream's not even live. You're not even fucking live." I don't know why he's British, but it just makes sense. But I'm open to debate. I don't shy away from conflict. Let's do it.
And you are trying to laser focus.
All right. So this is my major issue with Chud Logic. I was under the assumption that he wasn't lying, that he actually didn't want us to fight each other, that he actually didn't like how his audience was trying to pit us against each other, and he actually felt like he was kind of in a bad way. That was my understanding, and that was clearly my bad. So now I'm going to show you the message where I ran to him crying, and oh my god, it doesn't appear that I've done that. Boom. What happened?
What did he just show before that, though? What was he so quick to hide? Was there something? I don't want to go too far back because I know that this is like...
I'm going to show you the message where I ran to him crying, and oh my god.
All right, so that's Nicholas Deorio. Call me crazy, but I think that this probably isn't you being frustrated. People keep talking about it or trying to get us to fight each other. Why did he click off this so fast?
It doesn't appear that I've done that. Boom.
I know, but I mean... you know the game, right? Blood sports. This is what you made your career on, Deorio. Blood sports, right? Going after other creators. Why wouldn't they want Chud to fight you?
Boom.
But the reason that Nick doesn't want to argue with Chud is because Chud is he's not easy to win against. Chud deals from very logical standpoints, and they're very hard to, like, when you're fighting with someone who has nothing but logic on their side, it's really hard to win against them. Again, I haven't seen one thing that exposed him, though. Yeah, we are ready. Our bodies are ready. About to get bottom, baby.
What happened? Wait, this can't be the start of the conversation. I was told that Nick was in tears. What the fuck? Why is this a Reddit post from H3 Snark making a joke that they referred to Chud Logic as one of the biggest sweepers of Ethan Klein? I thought I was supposed to be an emotional crybaby, that I was running.
You know why he swept for Ethan Klein? Because he was your fucking friend, you idiot. That's why. This is why people didn't want Chud to be your friend anymore, because he was sweeping for Ethan Klein.
To Chud Logic. Oh, wait, what is this?
Although, don't get me wrong, I do think that Ethan Klein absolutely is in the right with what he's doing to Denims and Casey John. All right, I just want to be clear there.
Yes.
Then he starts sucking my dick?
Wait, okay, okay, why is he, first off,
Oh, no.
That's such a strange way to say something. Haha, dude, I was raging yesterday. I hope I didn't cause you any grief. How is that sucking your dick, dude?
It's not. It's really not.
No.
It's not at all.
This is very, this is so cringe. That's probably the cringiest thing. But, like, this is how Deorio views things, right? He looks at, he's the almighty Deorio. I am the mighty Deorio. You do not want to tread on me. I'm like the Marines. I will end you. I could totally see him saying that to someone. I will end you.
I could end your career right now.
It would take a snap of my chubby fingers and I will end it. But right now they're covered in Cheetos, so I can't really do nothing about it. This is crazy, dude. This is fucking insane.
Let me suck the Cheeto dust off my fingers.
Yeah, he was sucking my dick. Dude, I was raging yesterday. I hope you don't care. Dude, stop sucking my dick. Like, oh, my ass. See, the sad thing is, I really believe that Nick thinks that this is Chud sucking him off by saying, yeah, man, I hope that, like, you didn't get mad about that. It was just jokes. Dude, stop sucking my dick, bro. What? It's not where I came from.
Dude, I was absolutely raging yesterday. I hope I didn't cause you any grief. Well, that's not exactly how he presented that in the live show, is it? Is that how he presented this in the live show? Where he's just like, dude, I was absolutely raging yesterday. I hope I didn't cause you any grief.
No, that's because you read so horribly, dude. You are probably the worst fucking reader of anybody on the internet. You do it so, like, disgustingly, like, biased. Of course that it didn't sound like that, because that's not how Chud probably even said it. Like, if anything, I feel like this is like a fucking bit again. He knows he probably caused them a mild bit of grief, but I think at this point he probably didn't give a shit.
Yeah, so this was the thread. But yeah, Leftovers H3 clipped Chud's rant where he's like, fuck you, Nick Deorio. And they called him Ethan Klein's biggest sweeper, which I thought was funny. So from there, because Chud Logic has now brought it up, I gave him the issue that I had with his segment. So
why would they call him, why would he have to say fuck Deorio if he's, because everybody knows that Deorio is Ethan's biggest sweeper. It really is Deorio just eating the crumbs that come off of Ethan Klein's chin. He's like one of them fish that swim under the shark, you know? The one that try to just eat whatever come out of the shark's mouth.
The ones that like attach to the sides? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Deorio. That's fucking Deorio. Everybody knows it. Except Deorio doesn't seem to, apparently. Let's read this correctly before he fucking poisons the well real quick. So he says, haha, dude, I was absolutely raging yesterday. I hope I didn't cause you any grief. Although if Nick read it, he would have been like, dude, I hope I didn't raging yesterday. I didn't cause you any grief. Because for some reason, everybody's super gay in Deorio's world. And he says, I know, I just don't really understand stoking the flames and taking shots at my character. If you're annoyed, people are baiting and trying to make us argue. That seems fairly counterproductive. Because he's placating his audience. Like, Chud's the type of person that if he points out that, like, you know, he sees that you guys are trying to make him fight, he's hoping that they'll stop. But you're the one who's sensitive about it. Those fish are awesome. Just feels like a game of telephone where a lot of assumptions are being made. He says, yeah, I understand you totally feel graped at the moment. I obviously had some issues, disagreements, etc., but can't reasonably state them without causing some stupid beef. See, that's exactly what he's saying right there. That is everything. I can't argue with you because people are so worried that we're going to get in a fight because you're such a sensitive little bitch. That's what he's saying. Can't react to your exact takes without causing drama. Seems a stream discussion would be more graped and more drama. Yeah, because he knows that Nick probably can't match him wit for wit. If Nick isn't going up against someone like Bo Blacks, then he's not going to be able to, like, fight. Like, that's why Nick doesn't debate anybody of actual, like, mental capacity. He only will debate people like Blowblacks or people he knows he can get easy L's on. Or easy L's against. I guess easy wins.
So he goes, haha, dude, we're absolutely raging yesterday. I hope I didn't cause you any grief. And I said, I know. I just really don't understand you stoking the flames and taking shots at my character. If you're annoyed.
Okay, we just read that. Let's skip ahead. Oh, skip ahead. Why is my skip ahead button not working?
Are you running from Ricky, EG?
Am I running from Ricky? I just said I'll debate him. What's he want to come on like right this second? I'm in the middle of a stream. I'm not stopping what I'm doing to debate Ricky. I just literally gave you my Discord. Miss Jennifer McCabe. I told you we'll schedule a debate. I'm not worried about this Ricky guy. There's no way in a million years you could sit here and tell me that telling someone that you're going to run a train on his wife is something that can't be defended, and why you shouldn't say shit like that. I mean, as a brain, like I don't understand how this guy could even debate me. What's he gonna be like? Oh, he absolutely.
He did worse than that.
Yeah, he should absolutely say he ran a train on your wife. I gave you guys a Discord. Okay, stop it, Carla. Stop starting to start shit. Would you debate Perry too? Yeah, I'll debate anybody who wants to, especially Perry. In fact, I don't even need to debate Ricky if Perry's going to debate me. All right, I'll just go right for the king. Let's just go right to the final boss. Skip the fucking henchman. Let's just go right to the big dog. All right? Because what he's been doing is absolutely reprehensible. And is the whole reason why the internet sucks so bad today. It's because of fucking guys like that who will sit there and just nip at the heels of these creators. Instead of trying to elevate himself to making better content, he's got to sit there and desperately call out Brandon Buckingham. Absolutely, I'll debate Perry.
And then he says, I can't react to your exact takes without causing drama. I thought, wasn't the commentary community on Augie's stream founded by the guys in the trenches fighting every little talking point? I'm so confused. Chud Logic in public wants you to believe that he's been edging. He wanted to talk about this for months. But Chud Logic in my DMs is a cowering little pussy.
I'm not free right now. I'm in the middle of doing a stream, guys. I'm not going to just stop my stream to go debate you on a totally different topic than's on my thumbnail. I gave you guys the Discord. We'll set something up and then we can debate it, all right? But I'm not going to just stop my coverage of this. We can totally schedule it. Yeah, we're not going to stop my coverage of this right now so I can go debate some random guy in the audience. Now, I want to be honest, though. If I'm going to debate Perry, I'd rather just debate him. I'm sure you're a nice guy. I don't know. Honestly, maybe you're not a nice guy if you're defending him. But if Perry wants to debate me, I'm just going to debate him. I'm not going to work my way up the chain like I'm fucking Jackie Chan rolling through a movie, fighting off the henchman just to get to the...
EG, give me Ricky. You can have Perry.
Okay, you could debate Ricky. All right. We'll figure it out. Maybe Friday, or we could probably do it Friday night. I think I'm free this Friday, so I gave you guys a Discord. You can message me in Discord. We'll set something up. All right.
Who's saying, oh, I don't want any drama. I don't want no drama with you, Nick Deorio. I can't even do this without causing any beef. I don't want any drama, right? Then he says, seems like an on-stream discussion would have been more raped and more drama. That's a particularly interesting point for me because Chud Logic is telling me for the first time that he has no interest in a debate with me.
He's already said 1 million times, right, that he'll talk to Nick live on air. Has he not? Since this all happened, Falk? I know you don't probably watch Chud, though. But Chud has gone on record and said he would like to he'd be happy to talk to Nick. You know why this hasn't happened? It's because Nick hasn't happened. I'll be live Friday, 7. Yeah, that's actually perfect. I go live at 7, too. Although, yeah, I'm Eastern time. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nick, I would love to see Nick debate Chud so that Nick can finally get the ass whooping he deserves that he's been dodging for all these years. And it's not going to happen now. Because why would Nick want to ruin the momentum he has right now from sucking off the teat of all of the H3 fans? I think the worst thing that could have happened to Nick is Ethan Klein going on air and saying, I owe Nick Deorio an apology. Because I just doubled down Nick being like, oh my God, he likes what I'm doing to him. Now that's sucking the dick right there. Absolutely.
Prompted.
Yeah.
He didn't want to chat with me. Dude, I'm sorry if you're an avid Chud Logic fan and you're one of the guys that hate me, and you think that he's been fighting for you privately behind the scenes, but actually Chud's a huge pussy. And he didn't want any beef with me for the longest time. And this is how he talked.
That's what a good friend does. Not what you do, Nick. That's him being a good friend by not debating you. Because I guarantee he would wipe the floor with you. I used to think Nick was like this very good debater. Until like I learned about how he does his content and like how out of context he takes stuff. And then also if you go through his history of the people that he's actually debated, it's all like locales. He doesn't debate anybody of like actual like intelligence.
To me in DMs, and it doesn't sound like the way he talked to you on stream. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? So then Chud Logic said, also, not all the comments were about you. It was about everybody in sort of an amorphous blob. So Chud Logic told me that he's been totally feeling raped recently, and he can't talk about any of this stuff without his audience that it captured him getting on his ass and annoying the fuck out of him because he's perpetually one-guyed by a chat full of piranhas that he can't do anything about, and he's terrified of them. I thought this is like gonna be it, you know, because this is like a really awkward scenario that's happening here, because it sounds like he's telling everybody publicly one thing, and he's telling me something, but also maybe there is some other position here that I'm not understanding.
For a second.
What's up?
Former now recording host E.G. Lately is getting viewer mogged and frame mogged by up-and-comer Ricky Lightly.
Wait.
Ricky Live.
Wait. Now recording said that?
Ricky Live, I guess. Somebody, X6217X said it.
What, on X or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
fine.
stupid.
I mean, oh my God. What are we going to do? What am I 12?
Wow, you're getting frame mogged, EG. How do you feel about that?
What is frame mogged mean?
Oh,
I'm an onk.
Okay. I know, and I just learned it. Being frame mogged is almost like somebody has so much aura and composure that they're just shutting you down, buddy. They're just laying waste.
Some random guy, dude. You're getting viewer and frame. Oh, is that where it came from? Oh, I didn't even see that. Actually, running by a Joker Maxer. I don't know what any of that shit means.
Don't listen to fucking Joker shit, dude. You guys are so internet brained.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too normal. For
I can
this shit.
interpret.
Please, can you be my translator?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it post stream. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. See, I'm onk, guys. All right. I touch too much grass, I guess. It's my problem.
This is kind of weird. Maybe we just move on from here and everything. So then he uploads this segment immediately the same day, and they fucking put it out as fast as possible. Is it the same day? No, it's the same day. So he rushes his segment out called The State of the Commentary Community, and it opens like this, where he's screaming and crying about how Augie did like a fun IRL stream, and about how I am an Ethan Klein dick sucker. And it's like, oh, dude, why would you even be mad about that, bro? It's just banter, mate. It's just banter.
I mean, because he is. That's why Nick's upset about it, right? Is that that's totally true. He hit too close to home. Right?
Yeah.
Why else would he
also,
upset?
Like they had a friendship, right?
Yeah, they were really close
At one
friends.
point.
They were very close friends.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, dude. I don't get it. Why would he get so upset about being called an Ethan Klein dick sucker if he wasn't? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Banter for Chud Logic is he's mad at his chat who's attacking him, so he takes it out on his friends. That's what banter means to Chud Logic. These little jabs and things, they're to satiate the bloodlust in his chat. He's terrified of you.
Okay, he's not terrified of his audience, but it's definitely to satiate the bloodlust. I'll give him that. It's definitely to like calm his chat down. His chat wants blood so badly. They absolutely do. So he's not wrong about that, but he's definitely wrong about like Chud being afraid of his chat. I mean, he worked hard for it, so he knows. I think Chud probably knows his chat better than most streamers know their chat. Most streamers just go live and then they don't even like conversate with their chat, right? They just ramble, or they won't even interact with it at all. Like, I think Asmongold's got a good way. Like, if I had more chatters, I'd probably be like more better at like balancing when to chat and when to not. But since we have like a small amount of people, I try to include everybody because, you know, I appreciate them just being here. But if I was a bigger streamer, I feel like Asmongold has the right balance. I think Chud does a good balance too. He only calls out like maybe every 20th chat and like we'll mention it on stream. And that's to keep the chat involved. Or else like why is anybody going to chat if you're not getting anything, you know, from the person? Unless you're just talking amongst yourselves.
Right.
If anything,
at some point your chat's moving so fast at that level, you know?
Yeah, you can only grab out a couple. Well, like again, I think that the streamers that don't engage with their chat at all are like kind of a dick. Because like these people are taking off their time to come and like interact. Because if those chatters weren't there, you know that they'd care. They'd be upset that there was no chatters. So when you have a lot of chatters, like you take it for granted. And they won't interact with them at all.
Tricks for treats, like shaving their head. It's pathetic and wretched. Like it started off and I could understand it a bit.
He's totally raped, guys. He doesn't want to deal with this at all. Then the video from DK comes out.
Round. But like Connor shaved his and they're treating like a big joke. You look like a fuck, you're a total freak. You're a total freak retard. Shaving your head for cash. And you're trying to act like it's normal. No, it's not normal.
He's
Unless
right.
you're willing to do the 20th stream sucking off Ethan Klein. Yes, I'm talking about you, Nicholas Deorio, okay? Dude, I saw some Stardust clip, right? And Frogan...
See, DK and Chud are such a good team. Chud rants, and then DK knows exactly where to go while he's watching the stream to be like, okay, that one's an intro, that one's an intro, got that one. EG
yeah, like a teaser.
Yeah, exactly. I tried doing that, but I just don't have enough moments where I'm like raging out like that. It's just not my style though, too. I don't like flip the fuck out like that very often. I heard EG doesn't interact with his chat all because he's too busy thinking about where the next bottom day is gonna go. Stop it, Carla.
The stupid fat wench. I don't fucking like Frogan, right? But she said something about the ADL negative.
So he puts out the segment, does the I'm calling you out Nick Deorio bit. So at this point, I'm really confused because this makes no fucking sense to me that he would say this and then upload the segment. So I go, call me crazy, but I think it's probably not you being frustrated that people keep talking about it or trying to get us to fight each other, considering that you're now playing into it. I think this is an entirely reasonable position for me to have based off the positions that Chud Logic has shared. This is not, oh no, you're messing up my money. Oh no, you're attacking me over Ethan Klein. It's, you're kind of a fucking hypocrite, dude, and this kind of sucks. So then I start responding to,
I don't see how that's hypocritical, personally, but go on, King. Do your thing.
To him. This is hours later after the video comes out. And I go, right. And so he goes, all the comments, not all the comments were about you. He's been doing this for quite a while. He's extremely vague on purpose so he can satiate his audience, but also take no accountability for me.
Well, he's not, because he's right. Like the best thing that happened for the commentary community was like that little group of like heathens breaking up and all going off and doing their own thing. Because it was like to the point like where they were like, if you pissed off one of them, you had the whole pack coming after you, like they were fucking the KKK or something. Pop-up debate or denied, missed opportunity. Well, you know what? I was really trying to get this. I've been looking forward to covering this for a while, and if we were doing something like much more laid back, I probably would have taken a debate right then and there. But I was really interested in this Deorio and Chud stuff, so we're gonna.
And they said that Friday would work, right?
Yeah, so. I literally, the next time I'm streaming, I told him I would talk to them. So I'm not running or anything. Trust me, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I think that I'm pretty safe in my my opinion. Like, I feel like if we do debate, they're gonna come in and just be like, yeah, but he shouldn't be asking his people for money. And I'm like, yeah, and in the video, I literally said that. Like, yeah, I can understand where people are coming from, where they don't want. See, that's what they're doing. No, I'm not falling for it. We're staying on topic. Nice try, Mad Daddy. Not happening. No squirrels tonight, baby.
For me. Also, not all the comments were about you. It was about everyone in sort of an amorphous blob. Right, but that just means they're going to assume it's all about me because you opened with, yes, I'm calling you out, Nick Deorio. And then you said that later. It's annoying that when I get stupid comments about EHD is too boring, I, and my chat can attest to this, send them to Chud Logic and say, hey man, look, if you don't like what I'm covering, you can go check out what Chud's doing. He's covering all this different stuff. And that's totally cool. I have no problem with that if you're kind of bored over here. But when Chud Logic has people go, can you cover the new iDubbbz thing? He just calls me a fucking compromised dick sucker and fucking attacks my character.
Well, you know, if the shoe fits. I mean, you are compromised. There's no way you could sit there and not say you're compromised, Nick. I dare you to say something shitty about Ethan Klein next time you have 3 point. Like if he said something shitty about him right now, he'd probably lose a lot of his viewers, and he knows that. Which is fine. Get your money, I guess, but don't act like you're not compromised. Everybody knows you are.
I don't know why he does that, but whatever, cool, fine. But why is it my fault that people want you to watch the most popular topic at the time? This just kind of sucks. I don't know. It's kind of a weird fucking thing to say. So then Chud Logic starts going, in my opinion, kind of postal. Yeah, obviously I have some disagreements with the way things have been discussed recently. It's awkward because there's this pressure to have this big blowout drama disagreement, which I don't really see the value in.
Wait. Has this guy ever been around someone who has gone postal? Because it doesn't sound anything like this. Nick would have a hard time with my dad. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Fal. Do your thing. But like, this doesn't sound like postal at all. This doesn't sound like anybody losing their shit whatsoever. This just sounds like Chud being like, this is why I don't really want to fight with you. I don't see the value in it. Like, there is no value in him. See, because Chud cares about his channel, you know?
It's almost like I had a completely different understanding of who Chud Logic was in comparison to the average viewer who consumes his live stream. I was blown away when I watched some of the things that he would say on stream, because these are the things that he would say to me. So he said, it's awkward because there's pressure to have this big blowout drama disagreement, which I don't see the value in. And obviously, people are sniffing around for any sort of disagreement to capitalize on for their own content. And then I say, and again, I think this is reasonable.
Look at that. He purposely left out, particularly from the Hassan Snark side.
I don't think that you've really seen my positions outside of clips that people who are farming sent you, but I would walk that back if you've really watched my content. Then he says, obviously, I appreciate that, and I appreciate what you've.
Look, he's handling him like a sensitive child you would handle, like someone he knows that like any second Nick is gonna fly off the handle, but apparently Chud's the one that's going nuts.
Done for me. By the way, Chud's viewers get so fucking butthurt when I.
Isn't Chud's viewers and your viewers the same, dude?
Mention that I helped Chud Logic because after Destiny and him had their little falling out, Chud reached out and asked me and Augie to do commentary collabs with him. That's like another thing. So the reason why you constantly keep seeing Chud Logic say things like, I appreciate what you've done for me, is because he's making reference to that. That's what he's making reference to. So
yes, you can appreciate what someone has done for your career while also saying, I don't like what you're doing here or here, without them having to worry about you losing your fucking shit, which is exactly what you did, Nick, and exactly what you're doing in this video.
I say, I don't think you've really seen my positions outside of clips that people who are farming have sent you, but I would walk that back if
didn't he just read this?
If you really watched me. And then Chud Logic
Did I hit
says,
a button?
obviously I appreciate that. I appreciate what you have done for me, and I consider you a friend. We have had disagreements and hashed them out before, and it's fine. I mean, I was talking a bit of shit, and I haven't even seen all your coverage, but you're extremely favorable to Ethan to a fault, no? So at this moment,
yeah, but he won't answer. Are you, Nick? Are you? I mean, everybody knows the answer, but you apparently.
I realize, oh, fuck, this guy just doesn't watch me. This guy doesn't watch anything that I've had. Dude, this guy literally does not watch my content. And you don't have to. To be my friend, you don't have to watch my streams or watch my videos. Now, I was very active in his chat, and I enjoyed his show a lot, and I thought he was a really respectable guy, but at this point I realized, oh, he just doesn't watch my show, right? So then he goes, also, that title and thumbnail is very tame.
Yeah, because when your show's on, it's like fucking 2 a.m. where he's at.
No one's getting called a pedo. So I guess at this point, I got off better than Larix. Larix got it worse than me. So this one is basically inconsequential. This is me trying to...
Everybody calls everybody a pedo nowadays. It's pretty gross, honestly. It's almost like it's getting to the point where that word doesn't even have a meaning anymore, which is really disgusting and sad because that word should represent like the worst of us.
Just establish talking points to see what the problem is. I'll go through it just for the sake of showing all the DMs, but it's not really relevant. I agree with you on Nux. I support the Noah.
I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit because this is killing me here.
The actual discussion. The confusion is, you seem frustrated about the drama baiting, and this seems like another escalation that will extend it, which I think, again, warranted question. Chud Logic says, oh, okay. I mean, I said to DK to take it easy on the...
I just feel like this is so cringy. At this point, doesn't everyone know it's going to be posted online? Yep. Yeah. I mean, when I always told people who get into like online content to always talk in your conversations in inboxes with other creators as though that's going to be public one day. And there's certain people that I have had conversations with that I know I don't have to worry about. You know, like, it's not like I'm in there talking though like crazy with Nerd City, you know. I'm usually just like, how you doing, buddy? You doing good, man? If that came out, nobody would give a shit because it's just us having like, you know, just like, yeah, what are you up to? Oh, cool, man. Hope you're doing well. All right. Like, it would have zero interest to anybody. I don't go into these chats and like gossip like a little girl with like other creators I know. You know, usually it's like, hey, you want to come on stream or shit like that. Typically, if someone has like something to really say that's important to me, like they'll call me. Like I think the only person I probably have ever had a conversation with that could probably cause some problems if it went live would probably be like K-Huck. And that's not because we had a disagreement or anything. It was just because we were talking like some spicy stuff, you know, that was going on. Not between me and her, by the way, before all you shippers start in on us. But you know what I mean? Like it was just like there was something that was unfolding in the community that we were talking about, and she wanted my opinion on, and I gave her my experience with it. But that was on a voice call, and no way would I ever like record a voice call with K-Hug. There's just no reason to. But sometimes we have to talk about stuff because, you know, I want her community protected, and for the most part, I think that she wants the same for me because we've always been friendly. But anything you want to add, Falak, now that you're back?
I just feel like if you represent yourself like faithfully to who you are online, there's really nothing that can harm you. The worst that could happen is somebody offers you a course correction and you take it. You're like, oh yeah, you know what? I actually can see where you're coming from on this point. I probably shouldn't have said that. And that's the most graceful way to go about it. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody has the right opinion all the time. And I think that that's the best way to handle it. But that's not Oreo's mode of business. He thrives on this kind of stuff. He thrives on throwing people under the bus and
absolutely,
and starting these sort of beefs. I think you mentioned earlier when you said he kind of like plants the seeds, or somebody plants the seeds to make it grow into some drama later. That's so annoying to me because it's like it's just petty at that point, you know. P to the TTY. You're petty all the time.
That's right. Isha, if someone could let it be known that your job is literally to touch grass. Yep. I'm about as normie as it gets. Like, I am just a normie in here, just like fucking around with all this stuff. Like, that's why I have Phallic here to like explain all this shit to me, because I live my life like outside of the internet. I'm a gamer, yeah, and I like a lot of the stuff we talk about. I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't, but I'm not like somebody who is like obsessively online. For sure. That is not who I am. Like, most of the time I'm outside, which is why I like in my free time to be inside, because I'm outside like 100% of the time for my job, you know? So when I'm not at work, I like to be inside and just hop on, see what I missed and stuff. And that's why I got Phallic, because she always knows, always in the know. Always in the know.
That's how I got Hot Topics. Is like, EG, have you heard about this? EG.
Basically, yeah. Hot Topics is like, because she would do this to me like when we would talk, and I would be like, I was like, I was like, oh my God. She was like, and then this, and then I'm like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, for Hot Topics, you're in charge of it, and then you could tell me on stream, so it's content, you know. And she's done a great job of it. If you have to make up drama, then why are you not able to make good content without drama? He can't make good. I mean, for a while he was a pretty good editor. I'll give him that, but he basically just copied like Nerd City, which, by the way, great person to copy. But he doesn't do that anymore. Now he just streams because it's easy for him. But for a while there, he did make decent videos. But now he doesn't do that shit no more. Like, but he would basically make those videos to sick his friends on people. That's basically what it comes down to. Like, without, like, if Nick went, I'm gonna say it real clearly right here. If Nick Deorio went through half of the shit that he's put other creators through, he would be off the internet for good. He would be off the internet for good. He could not handle it. No fucking way. But he's totally like, if what happened to Mama Max happened to Deorio, he would never show his face online again. And he would just forget he ever was a creator. And I don't think he realizes in this video how bad he looks. I think he feels like he's winning. Now, granted, you know, he's still got 3.3 thousand people watching him. But again, that's just because he's suckling the teat of H3H3. He's decided to go mainstream, which is fine. Absolutely go mainstream.
And he's also doing what he's accusing Chud Logic of doing, being like fueling his audience, you know? I'm only going to give my audience what they want.
Yeah.
And this is what they want.
I mean, just look at the fucking title. iDubbbz, Hassan Piker and Ethan Klein updates. And then and then maybe just a little bit of something he wants to do for commentary. The Toastifies parlor drama. But it's all like what you don't even get. You can't even see like Toastifies parlor drama in the title. You only see Toastifies. You just see iDubbbz, Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein. How many times can you talk about them? Like, I get it. iDubbbz is absolute fucking like mental case anymore. Hassan Piker is just always going to be Hassan Piker. But what are you going to do with Ethan Klein? You're just going to basically like go over what he went on in the show. You're an after show, bro. Like, just like at least own it. It's the fact that you're acting like this isn't happening that's driving people crazy. Like, be like, yeah, I'm a Ethan Klein dick sucker. So what? I get good money out of it. I'd have more respect for him then, but he can't do it because he has to always be the main character. You know what I mean?
The title and thumbnail, mainly because I'm probably going to lose subs over it. Remember when Chud Logic went live yesterday and said, guys, I lose subs all the time. None of this matters to me. Well, again, in private, he actually is worried about losing those subscribers.
Yeah, every content creator is. You don't work your ass off just to give away all your subscribers. Most people prefer not to have that happen.
Was something that mattered to him. Now, as time progressed, I started to realize that Chud Logic probably didn't even like me. He was just probably worried that I was going to pull out and take the rest of my viewers with me, which is what happened. That is what I did.
The last time I watched Chud stream, he had 1.5 thousand people watching him. So clearly a lot of them stayed, Nick. It's not like he's down to like 600 now.
But Nick has experience with this, right? Like, I'm sorry, nerd, to keep bringing you up, but this is very reminiscent of what happened with Pyro Cynical and Nerd City. Like, Nerd still to this day gets Pyro fans in his Discord just to belittle and poop on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been separated from TBH for how long? Like, he hasn't been on their podcast, but still, like, their fans, the audience, like, obsesses over it, and they need them to do this. They need them to respond. They need to pull a reaction out of them. And it can be very draining, especially if you're a content creator who wants to focus on new things or move in a different direction.
Well, I think, you know, I love the band, and I think the best thing that he could do is just get back to making videos, and you know, and he's got to, I know he might never do it because he's just so dedicated to his art, but if he was able to put out, like, the reason why Nick got away with what he did to Nerd City and he can't get away with what he's doing to Chud is because Chud is on every day, as where Nick is like, going like off, like he like Nerd City would disappear for months at a time to go work on his next video. So basically, Deorio just got like full reign over Nerd without a response, and that's why he was able to get away with it. But Chud is on stream every day to respond to this stuff, which is why you're seeing him get so exposed. Lately, Ricky's saying all your photos are AI. Is this true? Yes, they absolutely are AI. I don't look like that at all. In fact, this right here is AI actually right now too. Believe it or not. Crazy, right?
I wasn't going to tolerate the slander, EG.
It's all yeah, especially after our AI
Moving
conversation
on.
earlier. It's fine. Let them have their fun. Let them have their fun. I don't care. You can let them go. As long as they're not saying anything like too derogatory. EG is an AI. I actually am. I'm not even real, dude.
Carla.
I'm not even real right now.
So he just lied about that as well. But yeah, I mean, there isn't much going on worthy of a segment, so I'm just trying to carve something out. What the fuck does that mean? Wait. So wait.
Because you know what's going to happen if you delete them, Phallic? They're going to just say, oh, he hides detractors in his audience or something like that. So just let them have
Just
their,
say I'm a woman and I took offense.
just if they come back, just let them have their fun. All right.
All right.
And don't bother me. And it's fun for the rest of the people to have something to yell at in the chat with them. It's entertainment, right? At the end of the day, that's what we're after, entertainment.
Yes, sir.
God, this thing is so long. How much more?
I don't know if we're going to make it, buddy.
Yeah, dude, we're not even halfway through this fucking thing yet. Nick swears he doesn't care.
I think it's just all DMs. He wants to just go over the DMs.
That's exactly what he's doing. All my viewers are AI bots too.
Exactly.
I shouldn't say that because then YouTube's gonna be like, oh, well, you said it online. And like, no, they're all real people. I assure you. Sometimes, like when you see those people, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to just wait and come back and finish this another day. I just don't think we're gonna have enough time, honestly.
We'll make it a series, like a multi-part series.
Yeah, part 2 of Deorio vs. Chud. Why not? I mean, I don't think 8 of you are gonna care at this point. So, Mr. Destructoid. Why are you writing Mr. Destructoid? Are you trying to pretend to be a bot?
No, it's an emote. Carla's emotes come through as text on the Restream bot, which has always been hilarious.
That is pretty funny. I see them in the Restream, but the bot always has a different idea. Okay, everybody in the chat, if you're AI, raise your hand. First off, they wouldn't be able to raise their hand if they were AI because they're not human. Get it? But anyway, I think that's probably where we're going to hold off on it tonight because I got work in the morning. I got to go touch grass. I am not... So for anybody who's still here, I don't know what's up with this. I guess this Ricky guy must think that Perry's like the greatest thing ever because he got mentioned on Brandon Buckingham's stream. But I'm happy to go to bat for Brandon Buckingham. I'm a father. I have, a girlfriend. I'm not married, so I can't like say I'm a husband, but I'm absolutely happy to defend my positions on anything. Just nobody has ever really tried to call me out on it because usually they're just so based, right? There's such based opinions that nobody has anything to argue with about them.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody try to like bomb your stream and like this.
No, well, it's probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a bot. I'm by no means a big time streamer, right? We get 12. Like on a good night, we have 20 people in here, and that's more than enough for me. That makes me happy, right? I never set out to be a streamer, but I'm happy to. I'm happy to come in and rep and entertain, the 10, 12 people that come in here every single time because y'all's the real ones, right? I don't care if we never get bigger because I know that like my videos that I make do get, pretty good viewership. So, I always, that's where my heart is like making those types of videos. I do this because I love you guys in the chat. Like that's the only reason I do this. And I like talking to Phallic about weird shit too, so that's fun too. We might as well just go live.
Yeah.
Might as well just go live while we do it. Mad Daddy Moonshine, please next time take the pop-up debate. Don't let anyone dish your house. I did take the debate. Why is everybody saying I didn't take the debate? I took the debate. Okay, I just got to do it at a time. Like if I went, first off, I was looking forward to doing that Chud Deorio thing for a long time. I wanted to do it on Wednesday. Wait, today is Wednesday. I wanted to do it on Monday, but I didn't get home from work in time to do it. So that's why we did it tonight. And I wasn't going to get derailed in the middle of that to do a pop-up debate with this guy. Plus, this video just got dropped. I can only imagine what they're saying in the comments over there. If they're this angry about it, I'm probably just getting... See, this is what happens, right? So creators like to go at... Like, they won't go after bigger guys. They go after the smaller guys. This is why my, like, EG Lately Live channel is constantly getting, like, dislike bombed. Is because they think that I'm a much smaller creator over there than I am. They don't realize, like, I have this other channel that has, like, more subs on it. So they always go over there and they'll be like, who the fuck are you to say anything about anybody, Mr. 400 subs? And it's just like the same person I am over there when I have more viewership. Like, you know, I haven't had a video crack 100K yet, but I think we're heading there. A couple of videos I think over time will probably reach it, and just replayability, you know? So,
and hopefully after everything's like settled down in my life, I'm gonna have a lot more time to dedicate to the channel and help you out. Do you have like 15 seconds for a video from Raji?
Absolutely, sure, we could do that.
All right, let me share my screen.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's just all good, all fun. Like, it's just good vibes over here. Like, I'm not out here, like, I talk about drama and I get heated about some things. Typically it's from like really egregious people. Like, I'll be honest, like, that parrot guy pissed me off. And I don't even know Brandon Buckingham personally, but knowing that Brandon is, you know, a father, and to go after his wife and say you're gonna run a train, like, how can you possibly...
That was so disgusting.
How can you possibly sit there and expect to debate me on that and come out like smart? The other option I think that they're gonna take is that he's satirical. And I kind of feel like this is like what they're really gonna try to do, is just say that he's like this satire guy and he doesn't do it like he's just overly does it. But even if that's the case, that's still fucking weird as shit to say that about someone's wife that you don't know.
Well, and also just to like give a counterpoint to that on how he is not doing satire, he called on his audience to remove their donations from Brandon Buckingham's GoFundMe. So even if they were trying to be like, oh, it's just satire, nothing serious, there were still actionable things that you did that did remove money from the GoFundMe account, and you were proud of it. So it wasn't satire. You wanted something to happen. You wanted to weaponize your audience against Brandon. But we can save that for the debate.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of pointing out what I think they're going to go with, because I honestly, I just don't know how you defend that behavior. And I'm trying to, like, imagine if I was trying to defend that behavior, what I would say. And I don't know. Nothing's really coming to me other than, like, you know, just straight up shit posting ethics from people. Or they're gonna go with like the political route or something. But this guy truly hates Brandon, and I don't know what Brandon did to deserve that hate. Like, you know, I'm not like trying to get noticed by Brandon or anything. I just do. Like, I've done this for a lot of creators.
I'll send him to you, Raji.
Who I've never spoken with before. I just defend what I think is the right thing to do. That's how I roll. That's what I do. I tried to find those Brandon B videos on his channel. I couldn't find them. Which ones, Rajira? Of him, like, getting really, like, fucked up online? Because I mentioned that in a vid. The one was, he starts off, he literally says, like, I was a total mess during this video, and I don't even know why I am making it. That's the one that I was really concerned for him. Because that looked like somebody who was, like, on fentanyl. And I know.
He took too much.
I've done fentanyl, okay?
Yeah, he's took too much. On that video, there's videos where he's like pounded several bottles of Hennessy. There's I mean, I'm a Brandon Buckingham fan, so I can show you all of his bad moments, but I can also show you that in this time span of those videos being filmed, those were in the past, and he was releasing them slowly because his wife got pregnant, so he wanted time off, and all he did was edit the videos that he had previously filmed in the prior year. So he was essentially sober for a really long period while his baby was being born, understandably. And I mean, we're going to save all this for the debate, right?
Yeah. Trust me, guys. You're gonna get your entertainment, okay? You're gonna get your debate. You're gonna get your blood sports. And the reason that you can't find the stuff on Perry's channel is because I think they got taken down for harassment, which they absolutely are harassment. All right. And I think Queeman even got like a moment in there where he was like saying that he was on fentanyl, which that's just how Queeman is. Queeman just hates everyone, so I'm not surprised to see him on there. If you are a legacy creator, Queeman's gonna make fun of you. That's just how fucking he is. That's his style. So, but anyway, what did you want to? Oh, you sharing your stream with me to do this?
Yeah, and it's
video?
Discord, so you're gonna have to mute.
Oh, of
But
course.
this is from Raji to Daniel's crew.
All right, hang on one second. Give me a minute. Oh my god, there's an echo. Echo. Oh, can you see by the dog line? I'm gonna fucking make everybody crash that. Where did it go? There it is. Let her rip. Let her rip.
I try to dream less of the abyss, yet it murmurs to me all the same. Its pull feels endless.
You're noticing the pull and naming it. That's a strong step, even for an elder god.
We all have something that tries to drag us back. You're not alone in that.
Gratitude felt.
There you go.
Okay.
That was for Daniel's crew from Rashi.
Interesting. Was that like Squid? That looked like Squidward.
It looked like an AA meeting for elder gods. That's what I felt.
That's what I was like. I was like, okay, this is happening. You can always tell it's AI because like the way that the AI will like have that random guy in the background who'll just like start yelling real loud for no reason at all. But anyway, guys, I'll let you guys know what's gonna happen with like the debate or whatever. I don't want to call it a debate. Check inbox. Yes, I know, you guys. I'm not running from you, despite what y'all think. All right, I like a good debate. I'm a master debater. Okay, I master debate harder than anybody out here.
Oh boy, here we go.
I wasn't.
Somebody got EG excited.
Listen, they don't call me the king of bottoming for no reason. All right. That title didn't just fall on me for no reason. Okay. But all right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Hope you guys have a good time. I'll see you guys on Friday night. And I got. Is there? No wonder you guys follow Perry. There's so many. There's so many freaking repetitive things in here. Show the tweet.
We're not going to show the tweet.
What's the tweet?
Do you want to show the tweet?
What is the tweet?
I'll get it for you.
Is this the one where I'm being mogged or frame mogged or something?
That's the first one. There's a second one.
Oh shit. I'm excited.
I know, they're busy. They're little busy bees, aren't they?
I'm probably the first person who talked about this and they were just like, yes, we have someone to go for. Let's do it.
His blood is rich. Hold on, let me share my screen.
LOL running. If I was running, I wouldn't have. I was about to end stream, and I'm literally staying on just to talk to you. That sound like running to you? And by the way, I end usually earlier than this. My stream schedule 7 to 10. It's what I do, and it is 10:24.
We need to get Mrs. Lately on here to debate this claim, but
what is it?
It's just your. Can you see?
Oh, wait, hang on. You got it up on there? Basically.
Yeah, I do.
Streamer EG lately admits to the allegations by ViewMogger Ricky Live and was about to reveal how ugly he really is. Luckily, he tard wrangled just in time by his hag co-host, possibly wife.
Oh my god, I've never been called a hag before. Do you know how powerful hags are in D&D?
Dude, they're pretty fucking.
Dude, they're gnarly. Give it to me. I want a swamp. I'll take it.
Look how smooth he is, bro. This dude is actually seething about not being AI. I think those are actually great pictures of me personally.
No, I was gonna say I don't think they picked the worst pictures of you.
Yeah, thank you.
ready?
At least you picked the one where I have a good hair day.
The one on the right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what they have to say with this clip. It's a minute 03.
Video. So basically, Deorio just got. Oh, you guys gave me background music? That's awesome. Nerd without a response. And that's why he was able to get away with it. But Chud is on stream every day to respond to this stuff, which is why you're seeing him get so exposed. Why are they posting my Deorio
Lately,
Chud
Ricky
stuff?
is saying all your photos are AI. Is this true? Yes, they absolutely are AI. I don't look like that at all. In fact, this right here is AI actually right now, too. Believe it or not.
Dude, I actually like these guys.
Crazy, right?
I wasn't gonna tolerate the slander, EG.
No. It's all... Oh. Yeah, especially after our AI
Moving
conversation
on.
earlier. It's fine. Let them have their fun. Let them have their fun. I don't care. You can let them go. Literally me
As long as they're not
saying,
saying
don't
anything,
delete
like,
their
too
comments.
derogatory.
Yeah, 'cause I got petty.
EG is an AI.
Oh
I actually
man,
am.
I got called a
I'm
hack
not even,
today. I'm happy.
I'm not even real, dude.
Carla.
I'm not even real right now. I'm not real. It's
So-
true. It's so true. And then Deorio's voice comes in at the end. Oh my god.
Also, you guys can tag me next time. My name's Phallic
Yeah,
Weapon.
just tag my hag wife.
don't tell Mrs. Lately, or you tell Mrs. Lately. I'm sure she'll get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, she'll probably laugh. Like, if she was my wife, why wouldn't she just be sitting next to me? Like, what? Why would we be in two completely different areas? That fucking let me die. Are you AI? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not real. Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. We could do a debate on Friday, guys.
Yeah, we'll fucking debate, y'all. And I mean, you guys seem like fun people at this point. I mean, that was fucking hilarious. I photo very well, by the way. Like, I'm sure you guys could find such worse photos of me if you look hard enough. But nah, I'm good. I'm very comfortable with my my face. I wouldn't show it online if I thought I was some ugly dude. But I think that's what like people do. Like, right? They go, "Oh, we're gonna call him ugly. This will piss him off." Listen, I have a very beautiful girlfriend who I'm very lucky to have. So no complaints here. No complaints here. All right.
Yeah, no shipping me and EG. We're just friends.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be my online wife? You could be my online wife.
No, I'm your hag wife. That's
No,
what I am.
Sorry, my hag wife. You could be my online hag wife if you want, and she could be my real life wife.
Yeah, somebody who's much better suited for him.
Yeah, she'd probably be a lot more relieved too. She'd be like, "Yeah, just let her take all the strays." She'll take it. She'll be fine with it. It's not the first time. Like, if anybody's equipped to fucking take strays, it's Phallic, dude. Like,
buddy.
She can handle that like a fucking champ, dude. Handle it like a champ. I heard Phallic can't be EG's wife. He's too busy buying. Dude, Carla, next time they're gonna run with. Actually, no, they can't, right? Because they're like really far leftist, right? So they can't say that me being a bottom is a bad thing. You got to accept all people, don't you?
Thank you, Daniels.
Thank you. Yeah, she could definitely handle herself. All right, guys. Well, once I figure out what's going on with I guess this crazy debate that we're about to have, I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. This was fun. That little, oh my god, that had me cracking up laughing. Anyway, any last words, Phallic?
No, none at all.
All right. They think we're serious people. My co-host literally is penis weapon.
It's my brand.
Yeah, the brand. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Peace out.
Good night.